FM, WFAN FM HD1, New York, an Odyssey sports station. WFAN Sports Flash.
And we're brought to you by Moderna. The Yankees live on. They came back from 6-1 down, beat the Blue Jays last night at the stadium 9-6, fueled by none other than Aaron Judge. 3 for 4, a double, a game-tying 3-run homer, drove in 4. Jazz Chisholm, the go-ahead home run in the 5th. Manager Aaron Boone, you got the game. Any panic, though, down 6-1?
No, it's competition. You just playoff baseball, too. Anything can happen. And, you just got to keep grinding away. And to get 2 back, in that, what was it, the third, to 6-3 there. It's like, okay.
Carlos Rodon, not so good last night, but the bullpen was giving them 6 2/3 scoreless innings. So tonight, Cam Schlittler makes the start, 7:08 p.m. First pitch right here on the Fan. Coverage at 6:25. Lewis Varland opens for Toronto. He gave up the home run to Judge last night. Meantime, the Mariners move a game away from advancing. They beat the Tigers 8-4. Cal Raleigh homer drove in 3. Seattle up 2-1. So you've got game 4 of that series at 3 p.m. today. Cubs and Brewers at 5. Yankees and Jays at 7. And the Dodgers play the Phillies at 9 p.m. Giants and Eagles tomorrow night. Reports say Darius Slayton will miss the game with a sore hamstring, and the Rangers lost their season opener 3-0 to the Penguins. Justin Brazeau scoring late in the first, adding an empty net goal late in the game. This report is brought to you by the FanDuel Sportsbook at the Meadowlands Racetrack. Get all your parlays, moneyline, and prop wagers made at the Meadowlands Racetrack's FanDuel Sportsbook, the #1 sportsbook in North America. 21 plus to wager and present in New Jersey. Gambling problem? Dial 1-800-GAMBLER. 68 in Central Park. That's what's happening. I'm Jerry Recco on WFAN, now streaming on the Odyssey, iHeart, and TuneIn apps.
It's Brandon Tierney and Sal Licata on WFAN The Fan, 101.9 FM, and always live on the free Odyssey app.
Well, it wasn't pretty, but the Yankees live to play another day, BT. A huge win at the stadium, led by the captain, Aaron Judge.
Unbelievable. Just absolutely exhausting. I mean, every emotion, and this is the ride that you sign up for when your team is in the playoffs. You just don't know how it's going to go. And listen, I'm not going to sit here in front and say that, I really thought the Yankees were going to come back. Even though, when Toronto started to kick the ball around a little bit, and the Yankees put up 2, I'm like, okay, there's a ray of light. But then you still need some bullpen arms, one of whom basically never pitches, in Duval and Cruz, who I like more than others. There was just so many checkpoints that were going to happen for the Yankees to get off the mat. And I'm sitting there, for the most part, without full resignation that the season was over. I'm just telling you exactly what I was thinking. I never officially tapped out, like some, but I was sitting there saying, wow, I'm going to, along with Sal, we're going to sit here and we're going to preside over a funeral today, like a Yankee funeral. And it would have been a different kind of funeral. Like, we have funerals for our teams every year because our teams never win. But this would have been a painful one and an ugly one, and it would have been a very deep conversation with Boone and others. Now, this doesn't mean that the series is the Yanks are getting to the champion.
No, it's over.
It doesn't mean
it's
that.
Over. It's over. And you know why it's over?
Why?
Because the Blue Jays suck. The Blue Jays confirmed everything that I felt all year long last night in one game. Like, that was as predictable as it goes. Rodon got smacked around, predictable. Yankees bats pounced on the Blue Jays, predictable. Blue Jays soiling themselves, predictable. Kicking the ball all over the place. Like, the Blue Jays. Hey, where's Buck Martinez at? I watched 2 teams play last night. You know which one coughed it away because they couldn't catch the ball? The Blue Jays. The Blue Jays are DOA, dead on. It's over. I don't care who pitches in Game 5. They stink. Paper Tigers. That's what they were all year long. Paper Tigers. They had a 6-1 lead. You got to put that game away.
You have to bury the Yankees. They didn't, and they will probably live to forever lament this if the Yankees keep going here. And I feel good about tonight. Game 5, I'm not feeling as good about. So we'll worry about Game 5 if there is a Game 5. But let's not forget, the Yankees also played very sloppily last night. Ben Rice early in the game, the indecision. Rodon a little late to the bag. Listen, I got to own it. You were right. Others were right.
Oh, he stinks, Rodon.
He's had a very good year. He was awful last night. He had no fastball. He was 92, 93, had no command, got rocked. Awful. I was wrong on that. that.
He did get squeezed, and like the batter. Before,
yeah, but I don't even care about that. Everybody gets squeezed. He didn't have it last night.
But it is important because of him. He gets squeezed on a pitch that probably should have been a strike 3, and then you face Vlad with nobody on. It changed the entire trajectory there of that inning and eventually the game. But when Rodon gets squeezed, and you could see it. Watch the game. He's frustrated. You see it in his face, like, where was that one? Where was that one? And then he lets that get to him, gives up a 2-run bomb to Guerrero. He got squeezed on another pitch. He let that get to him, and he melts. That's what Carlos Rodon does. So I don't want to see the bigger the spot, the worse that he is. How could you ever trust him? He had a terrific regular season, and he was terrible again last night. Like, the days of trusting Carlos Rodon are over. He might have a good start in the postseason eventually in the next round when the Yankees get there.
Yeah.
You can't trust that he will because he does that too often.
Listen, I wanted to give him the benefit of the doubt. He was a pitcher with really good stuff when he came here, and he was a mess year one and better in year two. We've talked about this, so there's so many other things. Again, granted, Rodon was awful, and I really thought that he was going to give the Yankees a chance to win. Instead, he basically buried them. They just didn't kick the last grain of soil on the Yankees' grave, and that's on the Blue Jays, not on us here. So he was terrible. But also, again, like the Ben Rice play at first base, he was late to cover. Ben Rice was indecisive. Obviously, Bellinger's been a beast in the outfield with the leather this year. He mistimed it, but he missed that. And then the optic of Jazz Chisholm, almost like Nobby years ago, blowing the bubble at first base when they threw it down the line. Remember when Nobby was just pointing? Yeah. It wasn't quite that bad because Jazz didn't wait as long as Nobby did. But God, here you have Vlad Guerrero trucking around third base with like a Mark Spitz dive into the swimming pool safe, and then he's yawning a play later. However, what does it mean now? It means nothing. All I'm saying is
but that's Jazz. I mean, that's
but that's why, like, when you say, the Jays soiled themselves, there's no doubt that they did. There were still moments last night, even in the finale, and I'm not trying to throw cold water on an epic, awesome, amazing night and comeback and moment for Judge. That Judge at bat and that Judge home run was insane, but there were still things that worried me about last night. They used basically every bullpen arm, and you live to fight another day, and let's go with Split.
My issue would be that the Blue Jays just don't have enough pitching, and you saw that, and you mentioned the Judge at bat. Like, that was also as predictable as anything else, which I don't understand why Schneider, who's been one of the managers who would walk Judge.
He walked him again last night.
You're too little too late, knucklehead. Like, after the fact, there's a base open. Why in the world would you bring in a guy who Judge has faced 5 times and has hit 2 home runs off of in that spot, and you're pitching to him? It makes no sense.
Thank you. We needed it.
You had them dead. They were dead to rights. You can't catch the ball, and then you're saying, let's pitch the Judge here with a base open, bringing a guy who's hit 2 home runs off of.
Yeah.
Good for Judge. He hammered the ball. And I don't want to hear where it was, in the strike zone, out of the strike. That's what Aaron Judge does. You knew it was a matter of time before he broke through. Schneider, then he's going to walk him the next time. Yeah, it's too little too late. Come on, get with it. The Blue Jays are toast. I've seen they're dead. They're a dead team walking. Good for the Yankees. They didn't get down when they were down 6-1. Kept chipping away. You knew it was a matter of time before the offense came back, and they did. Toronto doesn't have enough pitching to stifle the Yankees. Savage or whatever is the only hope, and we're not sure how they're going to line up their pitching. There was some thought that maybe he'd get in the game today. I don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah,
maybe
I don't think so
whatever.
Smoltz kind of said that's not happening.
Heyman reported before Varland is starting tonight.
Yep.
So it's going to be a bullpen game against. It's a bullpen that can't do anything against the Yankee lineup that now is getting hot at home. So it's going to come down to a game 5. Blue Jays are going to be tight, and I just don't think they have enough. The same way I felt coming in, the same way I didn't really believe that the series was over yesterday. That's exactly where I stand right now, and I think even more so it's over in favor of the Yankees because of the way that game went, where the Blue Jays had them dead to rights and couldn't put them away, and now I think the Yankees are going to roll.
They felt like they got tight. There's no doubt, and that's why I was saying. Yeah, like I remember you and I were talking about what could happen. And again, I thought Rodon would do well. I thought the Yankee bats would wake up. And they did. But I remember saying that I almost think it might be more advantageous if the Yankees win a tight one, like rather than 9-1 and they just smack them. Because to me, there's something to be said for the opposing team. We saw this with Boston, Durant it over in left field, not getting the bunt down. Other times where the Red Sox, like the game sped up, and I think they kind of felt the gravity, the heaviness of October in the Bronx. And if the Yankees would have just smoked them, but it was kind of, fairly benign emotionally for Toronto. I think Toronto goes into tonight saying, all right, we had a rough game. We punked them twice in Toronto. We're good. Let's go. Even though Schlittler's nasty, he's a rookie. We'll find our way. Vladdy's red hot. Let's go. Now I think they step on the field tonight where ooh, things got away from us. We dropped the pop-up down the left field line. That 1,000 out of 1,000 times, the left fielder, if you're 10 years old, the left fielder's got to call off the shortstop, third baseman. Now, the wind took it at the end, to be fair, but that was a miscue. IKF, I don't know what the hell happened at second base there. Yeah. So they've got to be tight now.
Santander in right field.
The ball didn't even touch his mitt.
I mean, come on, dude. Come on. That was embarrassing there by the Blue Jays. But, yes, to your point, the way that game went, because if you're Toronto and you get up 6-1 tonight, how do you feel good?
No, you don't. You just start thinking things.
You don't feel exactly. You don't feel good at all. They had the Yankees in the best position that they could possibly have them to put them away, and they couldn't do it. So why would anybody think that they're going to be able to put them away? I would not. And as for Judge, we talked about this yesterday, how he needed to come through and how his legacy is going to be on the line here. Now, or at least I can speak for myself here, I've never doubted, I know you too, that's why I say doubted his ability in the clutch. It's not he can't handle the moment, he can't be clutch. He's already had clutch moments before, whether it be in the postseason a year ago, whether it be in the regular season. That narrative was foolish to begin with, and now it's officially dead. However, one big home run for Judge is not what everybody's looking for. Aaron Judge needs to continue this torrid postseason that he's been on here through the first two series through the remainder of the playoffs, resulting in a World Series win. Doesn't mean he can't have a bad game or two, or even a bad series, but this is the type of performance that we've expected from Judge from a long time throughout a playoffs, and you're getting it now on the highest of levels.
Yeah, I listen, I'm totally with you here. This was a moment, that we'll never forget, but you got to finish the job. I mean, the job's not even halfway done here. Right. So, let's say the Yankees win tonight and Judge is fairly inconsequential to the outcome here, right? But then he has a good moment in Game 5 and the Yankees win. Well, that's fine. But if he leaves, and I don't think he will, but if he leaves 3, 4, 5 guys on base tonight, Yankees will lose a tight one. Not that it erases the moment where we went absolutely bonkers last night, but the punctuation, it's not felt the way it will be if the Yankees go on to win and do big things. That's the way it works.
But the one thing that should definitively be over, if there was anybody that said he can't perform in the clutch, that is, that's no more. I don't care if he goes 0 for 5 tonight and leaves, a small village on the base path. He's not going to be able to get it done every time. That's how, even as great as he is, can't do it every time. That's a moment right there. And he's had a couple of those. The one last year against Cleveland. It was the same thing. The one against Crochet earlier this year. You're thinking, okay, big boy, here you are in a spot to tie the game, big spot, pressure on. What are you going to do? And he's done it. So he's done this multiple times. It is clearly whatever issues he has had in the postseason is not because he's not clutch or can't handle the moment. I think it's more that he's either trying a little bit harder than maybe normal, and that he's set such a high standard that it's near impossible to live up to what he's done in the regular season in a short series in the postseason.
And Sal, by the way, it wasn't just the bat. Diving out in right field. 100%. He's played a really good right field.
Well, it would have been a game-changing base hit if that ball gets down.
As soon as that was hit, I'm like, oh, God. And that's a tough
lead.
That's no doubt. That's going toward the line. That's going away from him. Now you've got the glove on the left hand, so you could dive toward the line. But still, a very tough play. And I think some people are saying, even on the bases, dude, what are you doing? First of all, it's when he got hung up in the play, and then Bellinger was able to go to third base, but he got hung up in the rundown. Now, by the way, Ben Wright should have
bungled that too. I thought
the Blue Jays did. I agree with you.
To third base, Kirk stopped, running back to third, and then throw it the last second.
Yeah, they could have turned two actually if Vladdy was really on top of it. But I thought Wells should have been on second, whatever, nitpicking there. But even Judge, now that's a contact play. Balls hit, you go. I think there's some people who just, quite frankly, don't know baseball who were sitting there saying, dude, what the hell are you doing, Aaron? Your head's in space. How are you getting picked? Well, that's the play. And by doing what he did, Bellinger got to third base, and obviously it worked out. We'll get the calls right now, but I got to tell you this. You don't get moments like this all the time. And, Boone against the Red Sox, even though they didn't win the World Series. Bucky, for those who are even older than I am, I didn't see it. Obviously, Mr. November with Jeter, Tino, Grand Slam, Brocious, big home runs. There's A-Rod. There's been a million. Yep.
That one, to me, could be the same. Remember, Braves are dominating that series. Larrett hits that home run off of Wohlers, obviously changed everything at that point. Oh, my God almighty.
That is, in terms of impact.
The Braves were dead.
It's right there. But in terms of my personal favorite home runs ever as a Yankee fan, it's number 2. I'm not saying it's the most impactful. Mattingly, number 1, 95. Hold on to the roof. To right center against Seattle. And last night, because it's one thing to have a great moment and and again, there's more baseball to go. I get that. But right now, the immediacy of the home run today for a guy who does everything right and plays his ass off and is an all-timer and gets slings and arrows from people who just don't appreciate how hard it is to do what he does. It's right behind Donnie Baseball.
BT and Sal on the Fan. Our friends at Town Fair Tire remind you that at Town Fair Tire, you always get the guaranteed lowest price on name brand tires from Connecticut to Maine. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody. Vinny's calling from Long Island. What's up, Vin?
What's going on, boys? Big game last night.
Let's go, Vin.
Listen, a couple of quick points and then a quick question. So, obviously, the coaching last night, I thought Boone definitely did a much better job. He totally outclassed what's-his-name last night. We got pretty lucky with losing those 2 challenges early. Well, thankfully, it didn't come back to bite us in the ass later on.
True.
But good job with
That is a bad job by Boone and the Yankee staff with both those challenges. You can't do that early on.
I agree. In regards to Judge, fantastic game, unbelievable. I mean, besides the home run, the single, the double, the RBI, let me tell you, I don't know if you picked up on this, but let me get to my next point.
The double is just as big as the home run, by the way. I know the home run tied it. The double is huge.
But I have a hypothetical after I have my quick Judge thing. Judge came out there, and when you see that dugout camera, he looked back a second time, and I took that as, now get off my effing back about this, and he's going to play that much looser now, which I think is going to be awesome.
I got to tell you, error on the interrupted over
Thank
here.
you for the call,
Vinny,
Vin.
good call.
Good. The way he looked into the camera, 100%.
No doubt.
And he even addressed it in the post game, saying that people getting on me for swinging out of the zone or whatever it may be.
He knows,
so
man.
he knows what's going on. I love that look. I know some people getting on him for it. Good for Judge. Look into the camera and then turning back again like, don't mess with me, bro. I'm the man, and he is the man on the team to beat as far as I'm concerned. Maybe not in baseball, but certainly in the American League.
There was no other way to read that. I mean, first, and he always does that, and then the second look was like, okay, I kind of hear what you're saying. This one's for you, haters. Suck it.
Right.
That was his classy way of saying, hey, listen, I mean, you guys got to understand. Oh, what a horrendous move. These nights are so. What time did you go to bed last night? What time did you actually fall asleep? Thank you. My bad.
I couldn't take it anymore. The game was so brutal. I went to sleep before the top of the 9th inning.
Okay.
Yeah, I couldn't take it anymore. I knew the Blue Jays were dead in the water. I saw Williams pitch well. Saw Bednar come in and get out of the jam.
Yep.
I didn't. 9-6 was the score when I went to bed. Obviously, it stayed that way, but I went to bed in the 9th.
Let me ask you this,
though. What time was it, like 11:30?
Just about.
Yeah,
for sure.
That's what time the game actually ended?
Yeah, right around there. So the second challenge, first one was idiotic. There was no chance that you were going to have that.
The second one was on the hand?
Yeah. Now it's about the intent. It's about, like, I'm okay with challenging the second one, and I get it. Listen, when you push back and say you have to at least have one in your back pocket, if you don't get this right, well, then you're 0 for 2 and you lose them all. So I appreciate the pushback, but it was so blatant. How in the world did they get that wrong when they reviewed that?
Yeah, I mean,
it hit the glove.
I did not think it was as blatant as everybody else thought.
Did it hit the glove?
Well, also, didn't they say that the rule was...
The intent.
Yeah, which he was not intending to swing.
Yeah, and that's where it gets obviously up for interpretation. So you think from that point, there's no doubt Boone's got to lay out. Because it's number 2.
I just don't think that either of those challenges are worth challenging early on in the game.
Yeah.
Where you're talking about, you could see that the ball hit the hand a little bit. Mm-hmm. But was it that close to... Was it that important to take a chance on challenging? I'd rather have challenged the Wells play. Obviously, they didn't have a challenge where he slid into second base.
Did you think he was safe out there? I still couldn't tell. If you thought he was safe out.
In real time, I thought he was safe. But then watching the replay, I thought he would have been out.
Yeah.
But either way, that to me is a play more worth challenging than the other two. Fringe plays at best there where you're looking at it.
Jeez.
Yeah, no, coffee spill here.
Oh, my God.
Anyway, so you can't... Bottom line is, I don't care what the result is, you can't burn 2 timeouts, 2 challenges like that that early in the game. On plays that aren't going to make or break the game. You can't waste them that point. It was the 3rd inning or whatever it was.
It was early in the game here. So, I mean, I'll tell you what. And when Cruz came in, right? Now, I love the guy. All right, and I like him more than most. And I think his splitter's nasty, and he's got good stuff, and I love his story. 34, bounced around, Mexico, just a tough route to get here. I respect that, right? But not only that, I think he was the perfect guy to put in at that point, even though he's never come in that early as a Yankee, because he's the one guy that's going to emit some emotion on the mound. And, I can't connect the dots on what that meant for the fans or how that correlated to the Yankees waking up and getting some runs and winning the game. But I think the emotion of Cruz at least gave the stadium a little bit of a chance to get some life back. It was so quiet when they were getting drilled.
Tony is in the Bronx. What's up, Tony?
Understandably. Hey, Tone.
Hey, Sal. How you doing, BT?
What's up?
Good.
Listen, the great game last night. You know, can't say that enough. You guys are touching on all the key points. I love it. Just keep doing what you're doing. Tonight, if Slitcher gets in trouble, when do you pull him? Do you give him a short leash or long leash? I want you to touch on that. And also, with Vladimir Guerrero,
Yep.
you can't let this guy beat you because he's Big Poppy reincarnated.
Different matchup, though, tonight.
He's frightening.
Different matchup tonight.
You walk him.
No, I'm not walking him. I'm going after him tonight if I'm Schlittler.
No, Sal, you're wrong. You can't let this guy beat you. You can't let him beat you, Sal.
Well, what are you going to do?
Anyway,
Walk him in every time he comes up in every situation? Like, to me...
So what did it with Bonds? He walked in with the bases loaded.
That's true.
Yeah,
He's not Bonds.
Yeah, I'm asking you, what would you do? What would you do? Walk him every time, no matter what the situation is?
You pitch to him. No one's on base. You pitch to the man.
Okay.
What
about one guy on?
You know, depending on the circumstances, Sal. Depending on the circumstances, you walk him. You do not let this guy beat you.
Well, but Tony, hold on a sec. Tone, I get it, and thanks for the call, but you're almost contradicting because you're saying you called up, said you can't pitch to him, walk no matter what, and then you say it depends on the situation, which is what I subscribe to. Yeah. There's no way I'm going to sit here at 10:20 in the morning and say no matter what, 2 on, nobody out, bases loaded, 2 out. I've got to see how many runs the Yankees have, where the Jays are. I have to see that. But I think the better question is, and that was the first one, about the leash that you give Schlittler. Here's what I don't want to see. I don't want to see Warren. I don't want to see Heel. I don't want to see Weaver. All right, so forget about those 3 guys. Don't trust them at all. So to me, my answer would be a lot longer than some people probably think because of the dearth of options.
100%, and I think that's part of what went into Boone's thinking last night. I know he had no chance with Carlos Rodon, but also going through the rest of the arms in the bullpen. You got to survive in advance. We understand that, but part of his thinking had to have been, well, I got Cam going tomorrow, and I'm going to ride the beast. And that's back to the Guerrero point just for a second. Like, Cam Schlittler is a different matchup versus Vladimir Guerrero than Fried or certainly Carlos Rodon. Vladdy's been a Yankee killer. We get it, and I'm not letting him beat me in a key spot either. However, I am letting Schlittler go to work and try to attack Vlad with his power from the right side. Like, that's a big difference. Schlittler I'm talking about, with his power from the right side, righty on righty in that particular case. But I do think Cam is going to get pushed. I think you're minimum talking about 5-6 innings, a minimum 6 innings tonight probably from Cam Schlittler. How else do you survive? You can't have it again where you got to go to the bullpen early on.
No, because, Cruz and Devin and Bednar stretched out a little bit, yes, and obviously, again, Warren, Heel, Weaver, and just not options.
Williams, Bednar again tonight, some combination of
100%.
At least 2 innings, maybe 3.
I was going to say maybe even 7 outs for those 2 combined.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So at least 2 innings, probably more.
Yep.
So
Hill.
Then the idea would be to have one more guy, Schlittler to one guy to get you to Williams and Bednar, and that's it.
Maybe Hill. I know he looks a little goofy out there, but he generally does a decent job. And listen, maybe, I don't know. I was going to ask you. If you've got to face 3 batters, so it's a little different. Do you think Fried? If you need a couple of outs.
I would not do that. I just want him to pitch Game 5.
If there's no Game 4 win, there is no Game 5.
Yeah,
I get it. I'm not saying that you throw him out there for 3 innings and 57 pitches. Can he give you 16, 18? It's a throw day anyway for a bullpen session.
Would you do that if you're the Blue Jays? Would you Savage?
No, but he's also a lot younger, and it's on the road.
Yeah, but if you're talking about, but let's say the Blue Jays are up late and they need 6 outs to go. You're not going to think about firing that? But I would not, because I want him ready for Game 5.
I agree. I wouldn't do it in the Bronx.
So that's my thing. So I'm not going to do that with you, Savage, and I wouldn't do that with Fried. I'm letting those guys go and have them pitch Game 5. Gosman, a different story if I'm Toronto. BT and Sal on the Fan. Just getting started. Plenty of your calls as we come back here. 888-808-1019. Fans, don't miss a moment of the postseason action. You can order stadium food right from your seat with Uber Eats. Plus, get $10 off a stadium order of $20 or more with code WFAN 2025. Just open the Uber Eats app, set Yankee Stadium as your location, place your order, and we'll let you know when it's ready. Enjoy the game without the wait. Nothing better than that. Terms and conditions apply. Offer ends 11/1/2025. See app for details.
Captain Judge came through with a bat and the glove.
High fly ball, deep left field. Down the left field line, it is the fair pole. Pitch, line drive, right field. Here comes Judge. Sliding catch. He makes the catch.
Backs were to the wall, and the Bombers' bats got to bashing.
And the pitch to Jazz. Swing on a deep drive. Right field. That ball is gone.
The Yankees fought to play another day, and they'll play right here.
This place has waited for this whole time. This year, last year, year before.
Don't miss a moment of the October drama.
Hey now!
Catch first pitch 7:08. Game 4 tonight on your exclusive home for New York Yankees baseball. 1019 FM WFAN.
Mnexspike COVID-19 vaccine mRNA by Moderna is now available and easy to find near you. To learn more, visit mnexspike.com. That's MNEXSPIKE.com.
Think Verizon, the best 5G network, is expensive? Think again. Bring in your AT&T or T-Mobile bill to a Verizon store and we'll give you a better deal. Now, what to do with your unwanted bills? Maybe turn them into paper airplanes headed to See Ya Never AT&T and T-Mobile. Jokes aside, the best 5G network has you covered with the most ways to save on plans, streaming, and phone deals. So bring in your bill to your local Verizon store and we'll give you a better deal. Rankings based on Root Metric True Score report dated 1H 2025. Your results may vary. Must provide a postpaid consumer mobile bill dated within the past 45 days. Bill must be in the same name as the person making the deal. Additional terms apply.
Hey, football fans, picture this. You bet on your favorite player to score the first touchdown in the game, but his teammate scores instead. If this happens, BetMGM wants to give you another chance at the end zone. With BetMGM's second chance promotion, you'll get your stake back if your first touchdown scorer scores second instead. That's right. Bet on any pro football player to score the first touchdown of the game. If you're right, you win. If your player scores second, you get your stake back in cash. With BetMGM's second chance offer, you have a chance to keep the fun going after the first player crosses the goal line. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 plus years of age or older to wager and physically present in New York and New Jersey only. Existing customer offer. Subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards paid back in unrestricted withdrawable funds. Gambling problem? For New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY. For New Jersey, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Our transportation, water, and energy infrastructure is critical. Did you know that those projects are built by the local 825 operating engineers and their contractors? They even built MetLife Stadium and the stadium before that. That's why their advocacy organization, ELEC, the Engineers Labor Employee Cooperative, fights for those priorities every day. That's ELEC, representing the hardworking men and women who build New York and New Jersey.
So, there's this guy, Paul Rivera, grew up in the Bronx. Made some mistakes, but eventually becomes one of those hard-working citizens who keep our city going. But he gets pulmonary fibrosis, and his only hope is a lung transplant. When one hospital, Montefiore Einstein, get him a new lung, and they give him a new life. Right. Everyone in his neighborhood is like,
They give that guy a new lung or a new motor.
the story, Mr. Giamatti. Well, you ought to know, Mr. Rivera. You lived it.
Everyone loves a comeback. Montefiore Einstein, national leader in transplant.
Clogged toilet, leaky faucet on one. Ready?
Uh-oh, you got a plumbing problem blitzing through the line. Time to audible and call in the pros. Roto-Rooter is your go-to defense for clogs, leaks, and any plumbing fix. Call the right play and download the Roto-Rooter app and easily book an appointment and receive exclusive service discounts. Touchdown! Don't get sacked by plumbing issues. Call in Roto-Rooter, your MVP for plumbing solutions. Download the app today and score big on savings.
And away go troubles down the drain. Roto-Rooter.
Nationwide is so much more than a great insurance company. They're one of America's largest financial services companies. Like how I'm more than just Peyton Manning. I'm also motivating Manning. When I say insurance, you say financial services. Insurance.
Financial services.
Insurance.
Financial services.
Now when I say nationwide, you say is both. Nationwide.
Is both.
Nationwide.
Is both.
For your insurance and financial needs, Nationwide is on your side.
Nationwide Investment Services Corporation, member FINRA, Columbus, Ohio.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-6812. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-6812. That's 800-575-6812. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
When it comes to home heating oil, Sloman's delivers more than just quality fuel. They deliver peace of mind. Call Sloman's today at 866-GET-HEAT or visit oil.slomans.com.
4 distinct all-electric Cadillacs. Some drive them for performance. Others drive them for the range. And some drive them because it's the only way to make an entrance. 3 different ways to turn every drive into an occasion. Whatever your reason, there's never been a better time to say, let's take the Cadillac. The all-electric Cadillac family of vehicles. Escalade IQ, Vistic, Optic, and Lyric. Visit your Tri-State Cadillac dealer today.
More BT and Sal coming up on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, and TuneIn apps.
When your team's best players have all been traded and the latest pick is overrated, just raise a glass with a friend or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. May your team be great and your picks be true, and if it falls apart, you'll know what to do. Just raise a glass with a fan or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. It's a crazy world, so what do? You tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. Hey!
Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, imported by William Grant Jones.
Put WFAN in your contact list. 888-808-1019. Powered by Paramount Plus. Count on Sundays all season long with the NFL on CBS and Paramount Plus.
BT and Sal back on the Fan. The Yankees are alive and well. As a matter of fact, I think the Blue Jays are a dead team walking after last night's display. They don't know how to play baseball, can't catch, soiled themselves at the side of Yankee Stadium. That was exactly what we were talking about yesterday, BT, with the Yankee aura, the crowd, the presence of the stadium and that field, the intimidation. Man, a lot of thought was, well, the Red Sox aren't afraid. Well, the Blue Jays aren't afraid. Well, I've seen otherwise, where the Red Sox beat themselves in 2 games in Yankee Stadium, and now the Blue Jays in 1 game in Yankee Stadium also beat themselves. Now, I'm not taking away credit from the Yankee bats. All I'm saying is that a team that is talked about as fundamentally sound and they do things the right way, they're kicking the ball all over the place last night when they had a big lead. If you catch the ball, maybe you win that game, and they didn't do that. And I think that's a huge, to me, part of the Yankee Stadium crowd and feel.
It was juicing, man. There's just no way around it. But see, I look at the Jays' performance last night, and I look at that kind of as a bit of an outlier. Doesn't mean I don't think Schlittler pitches well tonight. Doesn't mean I don't think the Yankees win and get this thing back to Toronto. But that was not the Jays team that got them to this point. Remember the stat I gave yesterday? Now, obviously, we're talking about defense here, clearly, but Toronto had the number 1 batting average with runners in scoring position, and they had it by 15 points higher than the next best team, which is Milwaukee, which is a very buttoned-up team. They had 292 in those situations, and they put the ball in play. They generally catch the ball. So I think that, is it the aura? Is it the moment? I don't know. I don't think teams look at the Yankees with like the way they used to, because the Yankees haven't won in forever. But once the tone is established in the stadium, it does feel and sound different than anywhere else. Maybe they hit them last night, but I think Toronto does bounce back and play a better game tonight.
Clearly, it is the pressure of the moment. Now, you don't feel that pressure if you're at home in Toronto because the fans are behind you and you're expecting to make the play. And if you don't, okay, well, whatever, it happens. But when the crowd of Yankee Stadium is about to explode and get on you with the comeback starting to mount a little bit, and there's a pop-up in the air and you're like, oh, crap, running over to it, and you're feeling the pressure of that, you choke. The Blue Jays are choke artists. Hey, Buck, choke on that. Your team stinks. They stare at embarrassment. That's a division-winning team that's kicking the ball. IKF, why are you in the big leagues if you can't make that play? You certainly can't hit. You can't field the routine ground ball. The other guy at third base can't make that play. Santander diving like a fish in right field, couldn't even catch it. Like, what are you diving at? The Blue Jays embarrassed themselves, and I really do think I'm crediting the Yankee fans for that. That or BT. You mentioned it. That's not a team that does this all the time, right? Well, then how come it's happened to the Red Sox and the Blue Jays in consecutive games, 3 straight games now, where Whereas the Yankees were always looked at as the team that was going to beat themselves. They haven't done that. Are they perfect? No, but they aren't the ones that are doing that. They've been taking advantage 3 times now of the other teams doing that and succeeding.
That is true. That is true. There's just moments that you get to where it's like, okay, you got to respond. I feel good, but I'm still worried about going up there. That is a different place. The Yankees play differently now. If you get to Game 5, and again, let's get through Game 4 first. But you can't help but not piece it all together on today.
They can't lose. There's no way they're.
I'm not going to say no way. Listen, is Schlittler going to do what he did the other night? No. Does he have to? No. Right. But if it's somewhere in between, I think it's good enough. And I don't think the moment, like last night, it felt a little bit too big for Rodon, and that's worrisome. And I thought he was past that. I don't think the moment's going to be too big for Schlittler, but now you got to hit again. Now you got to catch the baseball. Now the bullpen, which is going to have a lot of influence on this game again, and threw a lot of pitches last night, is going to have to get the job done again. I think that they will, but I'm not nervous.
Yeah, but the Blue Jay bats couldn't even hit the Yankee bullpen.
I understand
and it wasn't
that.
like the best arms in the Yankee bullpen. Blue Jays had a chance. Like that game was 6-6. It's like, all right, well, are the Yankees going to be able to hold them down with going to all those different arms in the bullpen? The answer is yes. The Blue Jays didn't hit either. So, yes, Schlittler may not be as dominant as he was, and I wouldn't expect that to be the case. It's hard to repeat what he did, but I bet he's going to be closer to what he was than what Rodon was last night or what Fried was
I would
in
agree
Game
with that.
2.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And if that's the case, I believe the Yankees bats are going to maul Toronto pitching again, just like they did last night. I don't see how Toronto's getting any outs in Yankee Stadium. They could barely do it. Seriously, they could barely do it last night.
Jump on them early for change. Can we do this? These comebacks that are exhausting and riveting all at once. But, how about tonight you jump out to a 4-zip lead. You play downhill.
Yeah.
You do the mash-in, and you let Schlittler cruise, give the pen a little break, and now the Jays are in their heads and on their heels for Game 5.
If the Yankees get out to an early lead, there's no way the Blue Jays come back.
I would agree with that.
If the Blue Jays go up 3-0 in the first, 4-0, the Yankees could go.
I know.
We just saw it.
But I don't want to tempt fate, man. I don't want to tempt it.
It's over, dude. Eric is calling from Riverville, New Jersey. What's up, Eric?
BT, what's happening, boys?
How are you, Eric?
Hey, buddy.
Oh, man. I am fantastic this morning. Watch that game last night. It was amazing. They are exhausting. There's no doubt. It is taking years off of my life, very likely, but you know what? So be it. Not that we necessarily needed an example, but last night was an example that not only does Aaron Judge carry this team, he is the heartbeat of this team, right? The Yankees go where he goes, and that's not to say that he has to carry them, but it's just such a different vibe. Everything with that team changes when Aaron Judge shows up, which is, again, he was showing up before the home run last night, right? He was still batting near 500.
Yeah.
Granted, singles and a double, but nonetheless, he was still showing up. But to see him get that monkey off his back last night was incredible. Not that it just tied the game, but just for all of the reasons that you guys were just talking about. It was amazing to watch.
Yeah, there's no question. But don't you think that Judge is the heartbeat of the Yankees? There's no doubt. But Rawley's the heartbeat of Seattle. Now, I'm not saying to that extent because this is his first massive season. But think about the connection and correlation to when the Mets do well versus when they don't. When Lindor's playing well, Mets win. When he's not, they generally don't. So he's generally been the heartbeat for the Mets. What I'm saying is I think every team, when they're best, even though Soto's their best player now, but when the best player delivers, of course that team's going to look better.
Yeah, I don't like. Well, when Judge shows up, he always shows up. That's the thing. Like the issues have been, to me, the biggest issue for Aaron Judge has been, and even the announcers don't know what they're talking about last night. Like, Judge finally has his October moment. Were you here? Were you not around last October in the ALCS with as big a home run as you could have against
Guardians.
one of the best bullpen? All we heard about was the Guardians' lights out bullpen, and then we saw Soto and Judge destroy that impossible to beat Guardians bullpen. So Judge has had postseason moments before. I think because of the way the World Series went, where he dropped the ball, people got on him a little bit. Mm-hmm. But really, the bigger issue is that he set such a high standard in the regular season. It's almost same with Bonds, almost impossible to live up to in a short series in the postseason. So you expect to have what happened last night happen every time. And it's just not realistic. And this postseason hasn't been, well, he's been awful and then finally broke through and had his big moment. No, it's been base hit to the tune of 450, whatever it's been, which to me is a win for the opposition. He's got to do more than that. Last night it was a big double and then the home run. So it's not just one moment. Judge has put together now a tremendous postseason. He's got to keep it going. But I just think living up to his lofty, almost impossible regular season, that's That's where the issue comes in October.
See, to me, the biggest issue, the way he's judged, which is harshly and unfairly on many levels, is that when Aaron Judge doesn't, look like Aaron Judge, the Yankees really don't have much of a chance to do anything because his teammates, really since he got here, have been far inferior to previous Yankee greats. I mean, listen, Reggie didn't hit 3 home runs every night, but when he didn't, guess what? Guess who picked him up? Thurman. If Thurman had a rough night, guess who picked him up? Nettles or Willie or the names and so on and so forth. Say, you think Derek Jeter hit 390 every playoff series he played? And the answer is no. He had a couple where he was south of 200, but guess what? When he didn't do it, Bernie hits a 3-run bomb or Tino or Paulie. And, I'm not saying that there's been nobody that's picked up the mail of Stanton a year ago for sure, but his teammates have been so inferior to the other legends of the franchise, same with Mick and DiMaggio and everybody, that when he's not Judge, it's amplified, it's made worse, and really it's unfair.
Rob is calling from Westchester. What's up, Rob?
Hey, Rob.
Hey, what's up, boys? Guys, I got 2 points for you. One, I cannot take this from Yankee fans anymore. I have plenty of group texts, and I'm sick of seeing and hearing this. The emotional hedging saying, oh, the Blue Jays they're too good. They're too good. Guys, one of the 2-run homers hit this series was by a guy who hadn't hit a home run in 2 months. How do I say this?
Because he was
on the radio. The sucking off of this team on the... Can you guys hear me?
Yes, yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Pretty clear what you mean.
Yeah, we got you.
The blind sucking of this team is got to stop.
Of Toronto?
Okay? Yes, it's got to stop. We don't do this when we play the Phillies and the Braves and they kick our ass in the playoffs.
Well,
that's got to stop.
You got to, but Rob, you got to leave the Mets out of this because the Mets are out of this. They're in Cancun right now, so it's more about the Yankees. You've thought Toronto was a good team all year. I mean, look, they won 94 games, whatever it was. They won the division. I never believed in them for this exact. What you saw last night was exactly why I will never believe in the Blue Jays. I don't think they have the. To put the Yankees away, especially in Yankee Stadium. But obviously, this would have to go to Game 5. If it gets to a Game 5, and I fully expect it will, I think the Blue Jays are going to themselves again, even at home, because this is what they do. They've had good teams in the past, and they get to the postseason, and outside of 1992 and 1993, they choke. That's what the Blue Jays do. They're not any good. They're not, or I shouldn't say that. They're not any good in comparison to the mighty Yankees.
Okay, so real quick on this here. Let me explain what's happened here. Now, I can't jump into everybody's text messages and WhatsApp chains and all the threads that you guys have going back and forth like I do during these games. So I don't know exactly what the tone is, but I hear it from a lot of, Yankee fans who are good, and Yankee fans have lost their swag. That's what's happened. We don't need to overthink this because if the Yankees as a franchise, the aura has been diminished and the Yankees have lost their swag, which they have because they haven't won in forever, well, the byproduct of that is the Yankee fan being less confident because they don't win as much. So when you're winning every year, 96, 98, 99, 2000, hey, we're going to win with the Yankees. Let's go. Come on, we'll sweep this team. Let's go. Bring them on. We're good. But when you don't win, you evaluate things differently. Now, I happen to be I'm not saying this is good or bad. I'm a little bit more of a measured Yankee fan than most. I just am. Maybe I don't know if I was like this when I was younger, but I am now, and I have been for a couple of years. I know they're good. I don't think they're great. I know Toronto's good. I know they're beatable. I thought Toronto was good this year. So I don't know that I fall into the category of overstating who Toronto is or oh, God, the Yankees can't do anything anymore. But the Yankee fan doesn't have the confidence they once did, and they shouldn't. If you really think about it, big picture.
BT and Sal on the Fan. More your calls when we come back. 888-808-1019. Sports Talk on WFAN is presented by Paramount Plus. You can't count on much, but you can always count on Sundays with the NFL on CBS and Paramount Plus. Watch your local NFL game live every Sunday all season long. Visit ParamountPlus.com/NFL to get started today.
All righty. Hey, Total Orthopedics, Long Island's premier immediate orthopedic practice, whether it's a sports-related injury or something a little more complex than that. Total Ortho has you set up throughout Long Island with diagnostic equipment right on site. And now Total Ortho Express offers 4 convenient walk-in services, no appointment necessary, from the field or the sports court straight to its operator walk-in orthopedic doctor. Visit TotalOrthoExpress.com. That's TotalOrthoExpress.com, because time doesn't heal wounds. They do.
It's Evan and Tiki. Afternoons on the Fan 101.9 FM.
If you look at the history of the New York Yankees, they don't get swept very often. Obviously, 2022 in the ALCS against Houston. But before that, a decade earlier, they got swept by the Detroit Tigers in the ALCS. And if I ask any Yankee fan, what do you remember about that ALCS? There's only one thing they remember, and it was Jeter getting hurt.
Listen to Evan and Tiki on demand on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
This is Boomer Esiason with an Odyssey Sports Minute. So looking into my frozen crystal ball this morning, the Florida Panthers and Edmonton Oilers again seem to be on a Stanley Cup Finals collision course for a third straight year. Interestingly, both teams convinced key players to play for less money, albeit for different reasons. Now, the great Connor McDavid pulled a Tom Brady take one for the team move, while the Panthers, well, those guys love Florida's lifestyle and, of course, the tax breaks. And they got a pretty good team. I'm Boomer Esiason.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance supervisor at a manufacturing facility, he knows keeping the line up and running is a top priority. That's why he chooses Grainger. Because when a drive belt gets damaged, Grainger makes it easy to find the exact specs for the replacement product he needs. And next day delivery helps ensure he'll have everything in place and running like clockwork. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Straight Talk presents The Math of More. Here's how it works. When you say yes to more with Straight Talk, you're left with more for all the other good stuff. So getting an unlimited plan starting at just $25 a month equals more savings for your family's weekend adventures. And with a network covered by Verizon, you can share more from wherever you go. It's simple math, really. More equals more with Straight Talk. Available at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Taxes and fees apply. The $25 plan requires a compatible unlocked device and a new line of service. Additional terms apply.
FanDuel's getting you ready for kickoff with an offer you won't want to miss. New customers can bet $5 and get $300 back in bonus bets if you win. That's right. Pick a bet $5, and if it wins, you'll unlock $300 in bonus bets to use all across the app. Build parlays, bet player props, ride the live lines. Whatever your style is, FanDuel's got you covered. The NFL season is officially here and back. The only question is, are you ready to play? Visit FanDuel.com/BT and download the FanDuel app today and get started. That's FanDuel.com/BT. We love the app around here. It is safe and secure, and when you win, get paid right away. FanDuel's the official partner of us here at WFAN. 21 plus. And physically present in New York. First online real money wager only. $5 first deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable bonus bet that expires 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. And for help with a gambling problem, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
Looking for the lowest price on name brand tires? Get to Town Fair Tire and get the guaranteed lowest price on any name brand tire. Nobody beats a Town Fair Tire deal. Nobody.
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
You can always count on Sundays with the NFL on CBS and Paramount Plus. And this Sunday at 4:25 Eastern, it's a must-see battle between 4-1 teams as Baker and the Bucks host McCaffrey and the Niners. Visit ParamountPlus.com/NFL to get started today. And count on Sundays all season long.
More BT and Sal coming up on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, and TuneIn apps.
Athletes know performance starts in the gut. At Terra Origin, we fuse ancient Ayurvedic wisdom with modern science to fuel recovery, resilience, and real results. Our most popular gut health formulas are packed with probiotics, prebiotics, and time-tested herbs, supporting digestion, immunity, and endurance from the inside out. Because your gut powers more than your workout. It powers you. Terra Origin. Ancient roots, athletic results. Shop now at TerraOrigin.com.
This is the story of the one. As a custodial supervisor at a high school, he knows that during cold and flu season, germs spread fast. It's why he partners with Grainger to stay fully stocked on the products and supplies he needs, from tissues to disinfectants to floor scrubbers. Also that he can help students, staff, and teachers stay healthy and focused. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Every morning, we rise and shine, make breakfast, and brush away the night's rest. These routines help us start the day off right. Nature-Made vitamins are a simple step in that daily care regimen. Multivitamins with daily essentials, clinically studied probiotics for gut health support, magnesium to help relax the body. Nature-Made is made to care for you. every day. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Hear that? That's the beginning of a journey powered by the confidence that comes from driving a vehicle so reliable, it's backed by a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. Where your journey ends? Well, that's up to you. Visit your local Kia dealer today. Kia, movement that inspires.
See retailer for warranty details. Always drive safely. Limited inventory available.
Talk New York sports here. The Fan.
It was dicey. Yankees still alive. BT and Sal back on the Fan. 888-808-1019. Back to these Yankee calls as they get ready to give it to the young flame-throwing righty tonight. Schlittler in the Bronx. Time now for the Corona Lime time highlight of the night. And you demanded it. You got it. Liftoff for number 99.
Here's the pitch. High fly ball, deep left field. Down the left field line, it is off the fair pole. Hey now, hey now, hey now. 3-run homer, Aaron Judge. This game is tied at 6-6.
This place has waited for this whole time. This year, last year, year before.
There you go. Bang it off the fair pole. That's how it sounded here on the Fan. Of course, the home of the Yankees. Dave Sims, Susan Waldman as Judge bangs it off the yellow. And, of course, that was the Corona Lime Time highlight of the night, brought to you by Corona, the official cerveza of Major League Baseball. Now, listen, think about when home runs are hitting clutch moments, right? There's some are no doubters. Some are, is it fair? Is it foul? Is it far enough? Some catch you by surprise. Like the Leyritz home run. You mentioned that before. Yeah. Off Walters on the slider when he foolishly threw him the slider and sped up his bat. I didn't know for sure if that was gone because he was out in front of it, had a lot of hang time. But it's not every...
It was Jim Leyritz who hit it, not like it's Aaron Judge.
Correct. And, it's not... Even with big home runs like Judge last night, it doesn't happen too often where almost time is suspended. Like there were, and it felt like 10 seconds, but it's probably in reality 2, and nobody knew what was going to happen. It goes from eerie, deathly, anticipatory silence to bedlam. Just crazy.
Yeah, and it only is that way because you see it hit the pole. And if you didn't see that, it'd be wondering what was going on. Was it fair? Was it foul? But once it hits the foul pole, I don't know why it was referred to as the fair pole. I call it the foul pole.
I did too. I guess I never heard that. Smoltzy's annoying me. He never annoyed me. He's like, well, when it hits the pole, it's the fair pole. When it's not, it's the foul pole.
Smoltz was talking about this?
I think Smoltz did, or the other guy.
I missed that. I was probably just in my text at that particular moment. I don't remember what Smoltz was saying. But I heard Dave say it off the fair pole.
Yeah.
Is it the fair pole or foul pole? Like my whole life I was told it was the foul pole.
Mm-hmm.
Never once did anybody ever say fair pole when I was growing up in baseball. No matter what. Like
I'm with you. Foul pole.
Little League.
Foul pole. 100% foul pole
down there.
Off the foul pole. Even if it hit the foul pole, it's a home run.
Are they the foul lines that people paint, or are they the fair lines?
They're the foul lines.
They're the foul lines.
Yeah, so why not the extension as you go vertically?
It is.
I know.
It is a foul. So I'm not sure where...
All right, we got to get the memo to Dave Sims.
I don't think it's just Dave. I do think other people have said fair pole. Yeah. I'm not sure. I'm not familiar with that term. PT and Sal on the Fan. Rich is calling from Brick, New Jersey. What's up, Rich?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Good. How are you?
Awesome win last night. Man, there's some stats that everyone has been sleeping on.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Aaron Judge has now hit 6 home runs that are game-tying or pull-ahead home runs in playoffs. To say that he hasn't done anything big. There's only one other person who's done that in Major League history, and he's retired already. It's Big Papi. The second one is that now in clutch game-tying situations or go-ahead games, there's only three other Yankees or 2 other Yankees that has hit more than him, and that is number 1 is Bernie Williams, and number 2 or the big one, Derek Jeter with 12 home runs.
Think about Rich. Think about that. No, I appreciate the stats. You're right. It just goes to show you how he's been probably misserved in the court of public opinion. But Bernie had a lot more at-bats, and so did Derek at this point. They played a lot longer. They were always in it. They always went deep, and that's not to diminish them being clutch and being great, but it's a smaller sample for Judge. He's still right there with him.
But there is a difference in the inability to perform in clutch moments, which I've never felt that was the case with Aaron Judge, versus his performance in the postseason has been substandard. Like, that's That's a fact. I don't think that's people overreacting. Aaron Judge, to date, has not been what he's been in the regular season in the postseason. This is the first postseason that we're starting to see that. Too many singles for my liking in the first round, but you'd rather have a base hit than not. I'm just saying that if Judge were to hit a single every single time up the rest of the way, every opposing manager would sign up for that. That's why they probably, like Schneider's not going to pitch to him tonight. He's now going to learn from his mistake and trust what he should have known better to not pitch to Aaron Judge and walk him. So you'd give up a single and you will walk Aaron Judge. But Judge, the big double last night, obviously the home run, he's had big moments before. He's just never had a sustained postseason to the level of the way he's performed in the regular season. That's a fact.
I agree. Well, you said something before, I think it was in the first segment, where, that pop-up in the World Series really reshaped it. I mean, that's just an egregious, it's a horrendous play. He knows it. It was like that visual was painful.
But it's just such a
I'm not saying it's fair. I'm not saying it's fair.
No, I'm just saying
unfair.
That singular mistake, it's not like he had, I would be more pissed at Jazz, who's yawning and not paying attention last night, than I am for a guy who was trying to be aggressive and taking his eye off the ball for a split second. Now, you can't drop it. It's a bad error, but it wasn't a mental thing. It wasn't because he can't do it. That's a play he makes 1,000,000 out of 1,000,001 times.
Not even a pure center fielder. Saying he was playing out of position because the Yankees roster, as we know, was jacked up and constructed wrong. So, I agree. But so it was such a, even though I'm with you on the optics of Jazz and Nobby years ago blowing the bubble, it was such an easy play for a major leaguer that you couldn't help. You knew he was going to get harpooned, and rightfully so. And then you look at the at-bat over the weekend, bases juiced, and then his counterpart, Vladdy, bangs one to the top tank. So those things add up, but I feel like there's been those 2 or 3 isolated moments that have kind of defined him, and it's unfair. But it's up to him, and last night was another big step, even with the singles and the other hits early before that. It's not up to us to dispel that. It's up to number 99.
But think about this. If he had that moment last year in the ALCS against the lights-out closer with the Guardians, he has that moment. He comes through. It wasn't enough. Everybody just dismisses that as if it never even happened. It's whoa, he's not clutch in the postseason.
Yeah.
Well, the drop fly ball in center field when the Yankees were going to lose that series anyway, and there were a litany of errors, not just that one.
Garrett Cole didn't cover first base. Rizzo was asleep.
That's not the reason they lost that series to the Dodgers. Dodgers were flat out better. But so then why is that accentuated and just we gloss over the fact that Judge hit an enormous home run on the road in the championship series against one of the best closers in the sport? It's just glossed over because you expect him to do that every time.
Is it because Soto was better?
I don't think so. I personally
World
don't
Series
think that.
home run, Soto in Dodger Stadium. That they also hit a massive one against the Guardians.
No.
Remember when he fouled it, basically over the dugout, that at bat. But I don't even know if that's the answer. But when you're on, now Soto was better than Judge in the postseason a year ago. But when you're on the same field and you bat 2-3. It's a different level of analysis.
I think it's more the postseason history for either player. Soto had the pedigree winning the World Series in 2019, and Judge has not lived up to his lofty standards set in the regular season. All right, more of your calls when we come back. 888-808-1019, BT and Sal on the Fan.
Captain Judge came through with a bat and the glove.
High fly ball, deep left field. Down the left field line, it is off the fair pole. Pitch line drive right field. Here comes Judge. Sliding catch. He makes the catch.
Backs were to the wall, and the Bombers' bats got to bashing.
And the pitch to Jazz. Swing on a deep drive. Right field. That ball is gone.
The Yankees fought to play another day, and they'll play right here.
This place has waited for this whole time. This year, last year, year before.
Don't miss a moment of the October drama.
Hey now!
Catch first pitch 7:08. Game 4 tonight on your exclusive home for New York Yankees baseball. 1019 FM WFAN.
Just printed from the Erie Canal Press, the most coveted ticket, New York Lottery's $1 million raffle, hath arrived. 15 fortunate souls shall come into the fortune of a millionaire.
Translation, the $1 million raffle is here, and 15 winners are going to become millionaires. The New York Lottery commemorates 200 years of the Erie Canal with your best odds of winning $1 million. Limited tickets available. Ask your local retailer today. Please pay responsibly. Must be 18 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
Dropped right down the chimney by Justin Fields to Garrett Wilson, and the Jets have the lead. Be at MetLife Stadium for the Jets and the Panthers on Sunday, October 19th at 1 p.m., presented by JetBlue. Get to the game early and secure the game giveaway. A JetBlue Jets plane magnet while supplies last. Lock in your seats now at nyjets.com/tickets. Once again, that's nyjets.com/tickets.
Looking for Michelin tires at the guaranteed lowest price? Get to Town Fair Tire for Michelin's cross-climate tires, offering a design that delivers an exceptional level of long-lasting performance throughout the tire's lifespan. Plus, Town Fair gives you more free services than anywhere else. For the guaranteed lowest price and your best deal on Michelin cross-climate tires, nobody beats Town Fair Tire. And I mean nobody.
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
Hey everyone, this is Chris Hodge from TakingVegas.com, and each and every day you can text the word WIN to the number 545454. Again, text the word WIN to the number 545454 and get our best bet of the night every single night for free. You can also visit TakingVegas.com. 10 great handicappers there, but tonight we have a free best bet. It's yours. Text the word WIN to the number 545454.
Dunkin's $6 meal deal is kind of wild. You get a bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich, 6-piece hash browns, and a medium iced or hot coffee, all for $6. That's the main character meal energy you need this fall. Get it now in Dunkin' stores or order ahead on the Dunkin' app. No substitutions, participation and times may vary. Offer price varies in California and Hawaii. Limited time offer cannot be combined with other offers. Exclusions and terms apply.
Hey, this is Tiki Barber. Those of us living in New Jersey got hit with a 20% electric rate increase. If your current heating system is over 15 years old, it's time for a new high-efficiency Carrier system. And there's only one company to call for a new one. My friends at Edison Heating and Cooling, New Jersey's heating experts for over 38 years. Older heating systems waste gas. So get your system checked now and save money with Edison Heating and Cooling. Contact them now at edisonhvac.com. That's edisonhvac.com.
Trying to find the right car at the right price? Yeah, right. Well, Ramsey Auto Group makes it easy. Visit any Ramsey location or RamseyCars.com for a great selection of low-priced certified pre-owned vehicles. And we'll even buy your car or current lease. Get the right car at the right price right here.
Save a lot. RamseyCars.com.
When it comes to home heating oil, Sloman's delivers more than just quality fuel. They deliver peace of mind. Call Sloman's today at 866-GET-HEAT or visit oil.slomans.com.
The home of Yankees radio is WFAN, WFAN-FM, WFAN-FM HD1 New York, and Odyssey Sports Station.
WFAN Sports Flash.
And this report brought to you by Lexus of Freehold. Adventure meets luxury in the new Lexus GX from Ray Cattina Lexus of Freehold and Ray Cattina Lexus of Monmouth. With bold design and spacious comfort, it's ready to take you anywhere. Discover your new GX at Ray Cattina Lexus. The Yankees need to win tonight to continue their season. Last night, must-win situation. They were down 6-1, came all the way back, 8 unanswered. They beat the Blue Jays 9-6. Huge part of this was Aaron Judge, the game-tying home run. Drove in 4, Judge the home run down the line.
I felt like I made good contact, and I thought we had a chance. You just never know with the wind if it's going to push a foul, it's going to keep curving or not. But I guess a couple ghosts out there playing their part to kind of keep that fair.
They can use that again tonight. Jazz Chisholm, the go-ahead home run in the 5th last night. Austin Wells, an RBI single, and Carlos Stanton drove in 2. Big bullpen game last night as well after Carlos Rodon lasted just 2 1/3. Cam Schlittler makes the start tonight on the Fan. Coverage 6:25, first pitch 7:08. Lewis Varland opens for Toronto. Bullpen game for them. He was the one that gave up the Judge home run last night. The Mariners beat the Tigers 8-4. Game 4 of that series at 3 p.m. today. Seattle up 2-1. Cubs and Brewers resume Game 3 of that series. And you've got the Dodgers and the Phillies at 9 p.m. Giants and Eagles tomorrow. Reports say Darius Slayton will not play because of a hamstring injury. And the Rangers drop their season opener to the Penguins 3-0. This report brought to you by Moderna. It's 68 in Central Park, and that's what's happening. I'm Jerry Recco on WFAN, now streaming our podcasts on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Real sports talk for real fans with real opinions. The Fan, 101.9 FM, and always streaming on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, and TuneIn apps.
The heat is on.
we're talking Yankee baseball as they have lived to play another day. Real quick on that home run call, we were talking about it with the fair poll or whatever. Craig Germain, remember him from SNY?
I know Craig well.
Yeah, he was texting me before he was listening, saying that I guess the great Warner Wolf used to call it the fair poll, and Sims used to work with Warner Wolf back then at WCBS, so maybe that's where it comes from. I am not familiar. I mean, I know who Warner Wolf is. I don't remember him calling it the fair poll or not.
Was Frank Field at the game? You got to be old enough to remember that. That's over. He used to show the wrestling, right? Warner would always end his 11 or 11:30 newscast, whatever it was, like the Garden or whatever, any venue. And Frank Field was at the game to show like some bored fan. Like I think Frank Field was a weatherman or something. He would always drop that at the end.
Yeah,
if you know, it was funny.
Either way, we just played the call before, obviously, with the Judge Grand Slam home run. BT and Sal on the fan. Not Grand Slam. What am I talking about? The 3-run homer there. 888-808-1019 is the number to call. Ralph is calling from Manhattan. What's up, Ralph?
Hey, what's happening, guys? I like Warner, but the fair poll is a little stupid. But no offense. But and they're always trying to reinvent the wheel. See, that's the problem. Leave baseball alone and let's get on with it. Here's the geniuses that are the managers. Sometimes it astounds me, guys. Now you have a generational player taking his at bat. And you have the manager choosing to pitch to that player. The base is open. Everything presents itself for a base on balls. But what does he do? He pitches to the greatest player in base.
Hey, Ralph, not only that, sorry to cut you off here. I'll let you finish your point. He brings in a guy who Judge's 2 for 5 off of with 2 home runs. And he pitches to him. Like, that is as idiotic a move as you could make from Schneider.
Sal, it's almost like he's throwing the game. You have to kind of investigate the guy. You have to. Are you sure you want to win this ball game? I'm kidding. And here's the last point on Judge. Well, 2 points quickly. Judge, the greatest player I've seen ever, and I've been around for a while. Ever. I have to say that. But the thing about the clutch thing, I always kind of shun that theory because I think baseball is so different than other games. It's very random on how things are done. And the last thing on Judge that I don't like that he did, the turn to the camera, that's all well and good. That's very 2025, but it shows no class. I'd rather have him put his head down and run the bases.
Oh, stop, Ralph. The guy plays with as much character and integrity as anybody in the world. Are you kidding me? Gonna get on him for that flex?
Yeah, especially when, to your point, Ralph, when everybody's doing that. Like the Mets do that after every home run that they do. They did 3 guys pose to the camera. Like, I loved what Judge did, and I'm not for all the theatrics behind it. I understand. I've evolved. I'm open to it.
Yeah.
Not going to rip guys. Jazz annoys me sometimes with the
Some
way
of
he
those
does
bat flips by Jazz are ridiculous.
Yeah, well, they're absurd. Or the way he, it goes to home plate with the steps there, like he's laying a ball up, whatever it may be. Yeah. Vlad's bat flip the other day. Like, beggars can't be choosers. You can't be picky which one you're going to knock. So I don't love all of it, but I actually enjoy Judge's look into the camera.
Me too.
Because they'll let me, like that's what you want. You want that alpha male. You want that leader. You want that guy who's going to go up there and say, okay, everybody's expecting me to hit the home run. I'm going to. The Blue Jays talking smack about us. I'm going to shut them up with my bat and glove. But he did it with his bat and then looks into the camera and does the double take, which I thought was like, I'm looking at you. And then again, like walking away. No, don't forget. Mm-hmm. Don't sleep on me. I'm the beast. I love that from Aaron Judge last night.
I loved it. And listen, I've never seen him do that. And they had their whole routine where they go down the whole dugout and then you get to the end and then you look at the camera, whatever you might do. That turn back was definitely symbolic of how we described it. There's no doubt that was by design. And listen, it is 2025. And I think it was Batista with Toronto, ironically, years ago with that wild-ass bat.
Yeah.
Okay, that was ridiculous. And I got on him a little bit for that. I, too, have softened, how I really don't even criticize players anymore for doing it. The one thing about Jazz, I think he's chasing that all the time.
Yeah.
Like these vicious, wild uppercuts. I almost think he's doing that so we can do this ridiculous bat flip. But it was a beautiful swing last night, so I'm gonna let it go. But let's not pretend that it's brand new. We all know who started this. It was Reggie in the 70s. I mean, Reggie was pimping in the 70s. He would fling that thing on the dirt after he'd catch one. Just go back on YouTube, watch a Reggie home run. And now he was judged differently back then because the 70s, you still had, in the 70s, you had players who played in the late 50s and 60s. It was a totally different world. So people look at this guy and say, what a hot dog. Oh, my God, Reggie Jackson, look at this clown. And we've become desensitized to it a little bit, but it didn't just start out. It started with Reggie in the 70s.
Yeah, but it was never the way that it is now, where it is now like a big part of the game. Everybody does it. There's always the home run celebrations for the teams, the poses, the Blue Jays with their jacket. Every team's got their thing. thing. The Mariners have that whatever the hell it is.
Pitchfork for the
exactly right.
merchant at sea, whatever it is.
Yeah, so like everybody's got their thing. I have no issue with I do have an issue with Jazz sometimes because he, to me, doesn't play the game the right way. His head is in space. Yeah. I mean, literally yawning on the baseball field, having that mental lapse where he's just not with it, looking like he's out to lunch. And then he hits a home run, and he lets everybody know that he thinks he's the best player in the world. That's my issue with Jazz. But the bat flip in itself, no problem with it. Carl is calling from Shelton, Connecticut. What's up, Carl?
Hey, what's up, guys? Thanks for taking my call.
All right.
Hey, listen, I got something for both of you. Sal, it's so nice hearing a Mets fan say that Aaron Judge is clutch and that whole narrative in the postseason is completely false. There's a lot of sorry Yankee haters that can't grasp that, that statement. So,
well, look, you
love to hear that from you.
You and I appreciate that, Carl. You can hate the Yankees, but you also have to be fair. Like, how would anybody knock Aaron Judge or say that he can't hit in the clutch when we've seen him do it before? He just hasn't done it to the standard that he has set. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry, Carl.
I'm just saying there's some people who think that, and they know who they are. So, but love to hear that from you, man. BT, I'm going to the game tonight. Mm-hmm. We got Killer Cam on the mound. I want to get on that plane for Game 5. I want to go back to Toronto and get this dub. Let's go, Yankees.
Man, I'm so fired up, and it's an hour earlier, which is good. An hour less that you got to wait. An hour earlier, you get to go to bed. 7 to 8 first pitch. Now, I got a little dilemma here.
What time's Friday, by the way? Do you know?
Well, that's my dilemma. I don't know for sure yet. It's not going to be during the day. Probably 7 or 8, I would guess. So we have a massive 50th birthday party Friday night in Manhattan. It is a big deal.
Yeah.
I don't know. How am I going to go?
You can't. It's Game 5.
I understand this.
Who is it? Like,
It's a good friend in town. It's... this
not a blood relative.
No, it's not a blood relative.
Your friend
here.
or your wife's friend or kids' friends?
I coach with him. Both. I coach with him. She's friends with her. Girls are friends. I'm gonna have to. This is gonna be a tough discussion. She got her dress a month ago. It's like usually it would be no big deal. Like I had an issue a couple of years ago. The Knicks played the Heat when the Knicks got eliminated by the Miami Heat. Mm-hmm. We had a big thing. I remember bringing this up on the air, and we had some sort of function raising money for the schools. I'm like, there's no chance in hell I'm going to this. It's next Heat. There's no chance. You represent the family. And she did. I feel like this is different, but I feel like, and at the end of the day, you know me well enough. Like when I want to do something, I'm going to pretty much do it. I don't mean to sound like that Neanderthal jerk because I concede to her, and it's equal. But this is going to be a tough spot for me here.
Well, we could have the problem solved if the Blue Jays just win tonight.
Yeah, that's not what we want.
Jays.
That's not what we want. And I don't know if there's going to be a TV at the venue. It's like a big 80s theme. It's going to be such a blast, too. I don't know what I'm going to do.
I'm not going to root for the Blue Jays tonight because I hate the Yankees. I just would hate to see you put in a tough predicament. So I want to see the Blue Jays eliminate the Yankees. Then you don't have to worry about it. Jen's happy. Everybody's happy. You come in a good mood on Monday. We're all good to go.
Or you're probably rooting for him to lose Game 5. I make the concession. Then Jen comes home. She's steaming mad at me, and the Yankees lose.
No, trust me. I don't want to watch Game 5 either on Friday night. The BT and Sal Show, All the Fan, is presented by your Tri-State Cadillac dealers. Cadillac, the official luxury vehicle of the New York Giants. Mike is in Hazlitt. What's up, Mike?
Hey, guys, listen. I'm a diehard Mets fan. I don't understand pitching to Aaron Judge last night. This is baseball 101. You got the best hitter in baseball, and we're pitching to this guy?
Yep.
Make it make sense for me.
Well, it doesn't make sense. It makes no sense, Mike.
This is the Mets fans' World Series. We had them beat. The Yankees were done. We had them out. We had them out.
Mike, you know what it is, though?
And all of a sudden, listen, it's part about being, listen, guys, it's about being a Mets fan, right? If we aren't in it, the Yankees got to lose. Now I got to deal with all these guys. I got to deal with all these Yankee fans who had these guys dead to rights last night on social media. The yawning from Chisholm, I can't take it. They just got to get eliminated.
Let me ask you a question here, Mike.
I hear no lies.
Mike, can I ask you a question? Just answer this pertaining to me. Do I bother you as a Yankee fan? Do I shove it in your face?
No.
Okay. So what do you want me to do?
Be honest. You're one of few. Be honest. Don't back down.
That's the honest answer.
Be honest.
BT, I'm being honest, right? I like your opinion. I think this is the best on radio right now.
Mm-hmm.
But it's the other Yankee fans. You have to come on.
I understand, Mike.
It's brutal. Like I said, I had them last night on social media. The guy yawning. Oh, get off the field. You can't, son. and then the guy hits the home run. I'm like this. Jeez,
I get
what
it.
is going
I
on?
know. It's a
Thanks for
slippery
the call,
dynamic, man. It really, just like there's great Met fans and there's Met fans who are the worst in the world. I mean, so if the Mets were in this position, it would be a little unique with my partner, of course, but guys like Evan, Evan doesn't shove it in your face. Evan's been in the trenches from day one. Evan's firing up the Rico every night. I can tell you, I would not be rooting against the Mets myself. I would not.
It's easy to say that now.
No, I believe I wouldn't. There's no way I would. I didn't root against the Mets this year.
I guarantee you. You've admitted to rooting against Soto.
That's different than what I've said was
I guarantee you that if roles were reversed and the Yankees were out of the playoffs and the Mets were in and Soto was carrying the Mets through the first couple rounds, I guarantee you would be rooting against him. And it's not a knock on you.
No. I don't take it as a knock. Yeah. It's just an inaccurate statement. There's no way. Number one, I would want the Mets to go far because it's good for the station, it's good for business, and it's good for, it's just good.
Right.
Like, what else do we do? Talk about Aaron Glenn's press conference? Talk about Dable getting fired? I'll take the Mets conversation because I love baseball any day over that. Now, I will grant you this. Like, if the Mets were the Yankees now, say they win the series, they win the NLCS, the Mets get to the World Series, there's a part of me that would be rooting for intense, unfathomable pain at the last moment. But not now. Not now. Well, and there's also a massive part of me that would want the truth, like somebody like Beningos. Evans never seen a Mets World Series. He deserves it. Now, he's not getting it this year. I don't know if he's ever going to get it. But the people, hey, I'm older. I'm more mature. I can rise up. I think the old me would have been petty. I think the mature me, it's just a little more mature.
Maybe. I'm
less concerned about that. I really don't care.
I'm calling BS on that, and I will admit, I want the Yankees out. I don't care about business. I don't care about I want them out. It's just how I feel. Maybe I didn't feel like this a year ago. I think the Soto stuff has changed things here.
It's changed a lot. Yeah. I'll give you that. And by the way, what you said about me rooting against Soto, that's absolutely true. But it was always split from the Mets doing well. Like when Soto was drowning, whatever was the first month or two, I was loving it. I'm not going to hide that. That was personal. That was different. But that was separate from the Mets. Right. For me, I can't speak for anybody else.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it is a different feeling, too. Like, I never understood the thought from a Yankee fan hating the Mets, because why would you hate the Mets?
I don't.
Basically irrelevant. Well, I'm not just talking about you. I'm talking about in general. Like, feel for everybody. Yankee fans have been ripping the Mets to shreds since Juan Soto was signed. Like, you could say that you weren't. They all are.
Yeah, but where did it start? Where did that dynamic start? The Met fan, and by the way,
Juan Soto was a Yankee.
I know, but I didn't have a problem with this. Yeah. But how did it start? Now, maybe the Yankee fan would have still been antagonistic, but how did it start? The Mets fan, and by the way, I would have done the same thing if I was a Mets fan. I've said this: taking the laps. And I think the Yankee fan got tired of it.
But I'm sorry, I'm not understanding your point with this. Like, so the Mets got the player that they wanted to. I don't care where he came from. Like, it factually happened. The Yankees wanted the player.
I'm not disputing that.
Which has never happened before, where the Yankees wanted the player and the Mets wanted the player and the Mets got him.
Yeah.
So why wouldn't the Mets fan...
I'm not saying that they shouldn't. Right, I didn't say that in real time. But I'm saying for the Yankee fan, I think, who would want the Met to lose or...
100% they do. The Yankee fans were taking victory laps with the Mets not making the postseason.
Maybe I don't hear it as much because I don't do it. I'm not saying it doesn't happen at all.
It does happen.
Did it happen for me?
I mean,
honestly, did it happen for me? I sit next to you every day. Did it happen for me?
We didn't really talk about it on the show.
The answer is no. Yeah. I got on the air. I analyzed what happened. I talked about baseball because that's what we do. And I didn't play that game. I just didn't do it. Others do it. I get it. So that's all good.
Chris is calling from Red Bank. What's up, Chris?
Hey, Chris.
Hey, what's going on, boys?
What's up?
52-year-old diehard Yankee fan. Just want to spread some positivity. Took my 12-year-old son to his first playoff game last night, and man, oh man, the stadium was electric last night, boys.
Oh man!
And the emotional roller coaster of a game like that, and then when Judgy hits that home run, everyone hugging police officers, everybody going bananas. But the point I want to make about last night's game and Boone, aside from the challenges, which I didn't agree with. How did you feel about Rosario coming in that early in the game and replacing McMahon? I was a little hesitant, especially early on.
But they needed offense, Chris. They needed offense there. Boone was firing one of his bullets. It didn't work in that particular bat. Rosario obviously got a base at the next at bat. You're not losing a ton defensively when you sub in Rosario for McMahon, and you are gaining enough offensively, especially in a spot where you're down and need runs desperately. Otherwise, you're going home.
Yeah, I don't disagree. One sec there, Chris. I don't don't disagree, but I did think the play. I thought there was a ball that Rosario missed that McMahon probably gets. And I could also, although I get the lefty-righty dynamic, I could also make the case that I would rather see Caballero at third base defensively than Rosario just defensively. But it worked out. Definitely.
No, it did work out. And the only thing I want to say, BT, is listen, you know the deal. If the Yanks win tonight, you better send in that envelope for that 50th birthday party and get ready for the big one, man.
It's not a wedding,
come
man.
on now. Let's be serious.
Oh, dude, I'm gonna,
Game 5 is a tough one.
Oh, God.
That's
I
a tough
can't,
one.
I can't watch it on my phone. Like, I can't.
Yeah, and then even if you're there, you're not going to be watching it the same way. You'll be
I don't know if I'll
surrounded
be
by
watching.
people.
No, I don't think it's like a wedding event. I don't know if there's TVs. What I might do, I have to go. What I might do is walk in and then disappear for 3 hours. Just go to a bar next door and watch the game by myself.
That is a
Drink
tough
a few
spot.
dads with me.
Hey, man, life
That's
gets in
rough.
the way. What are you supposed to do?
I hear you.
Now, it
gosh.
doesn't even matter the start time because either way you're going to be impacted by that, whether it's 7 or 8. All right, BT, it's Al. Let's just, like I said, we could just come together and hope that there is no Game 5. BT, it's Al on the Fan. More of your calls when we come back. 888-808-1019. Hey, Yankees fans, don't miss a moment of the postseason action. You can order stadium food right from your seat with Uber Eats. Plus, get $10 off a stadium order of $20 or more with code WFAN 2025. Just open the Uber Eats app, set Yankee Stadium as your location, place your order, and we'll let you know when it's ready. Enjoy the game without the wait. Terms and conditions apply. Offer ends 11/1/2025. See app for details.
All right, FanDuel's getting you ready for kickoff. An offer you don't want to miss. New customers bet $5 and get $300 back in bonus bets if you win. Now, you pick a bet, you bet $5, and if it wins, you're going to unlock $300 back in bonus bets to use all across the app, and you can spread it over a parlay or a player prop or do the live lines, whatever it is, whatever the style might be, FanDuel's got you covered. Options everywhere. Visit FanDuel.com/BT to jump in and have a little fun here. That's FanDuel.com/BT. We love the app around here. We've been telling you about it for years. Safe and secure. And the best part, this is what really matters. When you win, you get paid right away. FanDuel's the official partner of WFAN 21+. And physically present in New York. First online real money wager only. $5 first deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable bonus bet that expires 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. And for help with a gambling problem, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
Captain Judge came through with a bat and the glove.
High fly ball, deep left field. Down the left field line. It is off the fair pole. Pitch line drive right field. Here comes Judge. Sliding catch. He makes the catch.
Backs were to the wall, and the Bombers' bats got to bashing.
And the pitch to Jazz. Swing on a deep drive. Right field. That ball is gone.
The Yankees fought to play another day, and they'll play right here.
This place has waited for this whole time. This year, last year, year before.
Don't miss a moment of the October drama.
Hey now!
Catch first pitch 7:08. Game 4 tonight on your exclusive home for New York Yankees baseball. 1019 FM WFAN.
Mnexspike COVID-19 vaccine mRNA by Moderna has arrived. To learn more and find it near you, visit mnexspike.com. That's MNEXSPIKE.com.
Morning, Zoe. Got donuts.
Jeff Bridges, why are you still living above our garage?
Well, I dig the mattress, and I want to be in a T-Mobile commercial like you. Teach me, Saldana.
Oh, no, I'm not really prepared. I couldn't possibly. At T-Mobile, get the new iPhone 17 Pro on them. It's designed to be the most powerful iPhone yet and has the ultimate pro camera system.
Wow, impressive. Let me try. T-Mobile is the best place to get iPhone 17 Pro because they've got the best network.
Nice, Jeffrey.
You heard them. T-Mobile is the best place to get the new iPhone 17 Pro on us with eligible trade-in in any condition.
So, what are we having for lunch?
Dude, my work here is done.
24 monthly bill credits on experience beyond for well-qualified customers plus tax and $35 device connection charge. Credits end and balance due if you pay off earlier. Cancel. Finance agreement iPhone 17 Pro 256 gigs, $1,099.99 and new line minimum $100 plus a month plan with auto pay plus taxes and fees required. Best mobile network in the U.S. based on analysis by Ookla Speed Test Intelligence data 1H2025. Visit T-Mobile.com.
When your team's best players have all been traded and the latest pick is overrated, just raise a glass with a friend or two and tell them more do. May your team be great and your picks be true, and if it falls apart, you'll know what to do. Just raise a glass with a fan or two, and Tullamore, Tullamore, Tullamore Dew. It's a crazy world, so what do? You Tullamore, Tullamore, Tullamore Dew. Hey! Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, imported by William Grant & Sons.
Hey, Tiki here. Imagine a world where all your smart devices work together seamlessly in one simple ecosystem. Introducing the Sloman's Shield Link. With Sloman's Shield Link, transform your home into a truly intelligent smart home experience. Control your lights, heating and cooling, door locks, cameras, TVs, just about anything in your home. Life is busy and daily stresses add up. But with Sloman's Shield Link, your home tech works in harmony, making life more convenient, safe, and enjoyable. Now imagine pulling into your driveway, and with one tap, your home welcomes you. Lights on, doors unlocked, only to hear your favorite music. A true smart home isn't just about gadgets. It's about comfort and security. With Sloman's Shield, enjoy a full integration of home security and automation, all at your fingertips. Make your life easier and your home a safer haven. Learn more at slomanshieldlink.com or call 1-800-ALARM-ME. Embrace the future of home living with Sloman's Shield Link.
In St. Pete, Clearwater, you can chill by the crystal clear Gulf.
And stroll downtown St. Pete's galleries and murals.
And hang with the locals at a fishing pier.
And escape to secluded white sand beaches.
Secluded, huh?
Yeah. And they're spectacular.
And then grab a sandwich at the grouper capital of the world.
And maybe a nightcap at a rooftop bar with sunset views.
Okay. In St. Pete, Clearwater, you'll find just what you're looking for.
And then some.
Your Florida escape begins at visitspc.com.
Clogged toilet, leaky faucet on one. Ready?
Uh-oh, you got a plumbing problem blitzing through the line. Time to audible and call in the pros. Roto-Rooter is your go-to defense for clogs, leaks, and any plumbing fix. Call the right play and download the Roto-Rooter app and easily book an appointment and receive exclusive service discounts. Touchdown! Don't get sacked by plumbing issues. Call in Roto-Rooter, your MVP for plumbing solutions. Download the app today and score big on savings.
And away go troubles down the drain. Roto-Rooter.
Dunkin's $6 meal deal is kind of wild. You get a bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich, 6-piece hash browns, and a medium hot or iced coffee, all for $6. That's the main character meal energy you need this fall. Get it now in Dunkin' stores or order ahead on the Dunkin' app. No substitutions. Participation and times may vary. Offer price varies in California and Hawaii. Limited time offer cannot be combined with other offers. Exclusions and terms apply.
The Fox Nation Patriot Awards returns for a new year.
Are you ready to get the show started?
Join host Sean Hannity and special guests and be part of the celebration live in New York. Tickets are available now. Go to foxnation.com/Patriot Awards.
More BT and Sal coming up on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, and TuneIn apps.
Introducing the IHOP Value Menu, where all your breakfast faves are just $6 each every day. Where else can you get a big, filling, sit-down breakfast for only $6? Go to your happy plates with the $6 IHOP Value Menu. Available every day at IHOP. $7 in some locations.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance supervisor at a manufacturing facility, he knows keeping the line up and running is a top priority. That's why he chooses Grainger. Because when a drive belt gets damaged, Grainger makes it easy to find the exact specs for the replacement product he needs. And next day delivery helps ensure he'll have everything in place and running like clockwork. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
At Skechers, comfort is a technology. That's right. You don't just make a shoe and hope it comes out comfortable. It takes research, innovations, compounds, engineering, and so much more to feel so comfortable you'd swear you're wearing pillows on your feet. We have features like Skechers Air-Cooled Memory Foam and fits like Relax Fit, Stretch Fit, Wide Fit, Arch Fit, and so many more to make the shoe feel like it was custom-made just for your foot. Plus, we have hands-free Skechers Slip-ins technology. Just step it and go. Find yours at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever comfortable footwear is sold.
HL Gross Jewelers of Garden City is Long Island's premier engagement and wedding ring destination. Visit HL Gross today or online at hlgross.com.
When it comes down to finding the lowest price on Michelin winter tires, nobody beats Town Fair Tires' guaranteed lowest price. And when it comes to free services, nobody gives you more free services on your Michelin winter tires than Town Fair Tire. So why look for Michelin winter tires anywhere but Town Fair Tire, where you always get the guaranteed best deals. Nobody beats a Town Fair Tire deal. Nobody.
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
Get connected with WFAN to talk about your favorite teams. The Fan on the Odyssey, iHeart, and TuneIn apps.
BT, it's Al back on the Fan on this Wednesday morning. It's still hard for me. Like, I know the reality is the Blue Jays are up 2-1 and the Yankees are fighting for their proverbial lives or whatever. I don't feel that way. I feel like the Yankees are in the driver's seat, and it's just a matter of time before they move on and take on the Seattle Mariners. And by the way, maybe I shouldn't put the Mariners in the ALCS so quickly, but I just feel like that's going to be the case, and I think it'd be a great matchup. But isn't it odd to feel like that? Even last night when it was 6-6, I'm like, this game's over. 6-6, tie game, plenty of time left to go in that game after the fifth inning, whatever it was. And I'm like, this is over. The Yankees are going to win it. And I think the Blue Jays feel that too, BT, which is why I think they're dead in the water.
Oh, man, I wish I felt it the way you felt it. I don't know what Toronto's feeling, but these things, they have a tendency to shift on a dime. I mean, emotionally, you could feel it. Now, there's also times, like sometimes we're selective in what we recall. Like in real time, we felt like it was about to change in the favor of our team, and it doesn't really finish that way. Sure. We kind of just, we kind of forget about that series. I do believe the Yankees win tonight. Again, like a broken record, I'm worried about playing up there. Not that I don't think that they could win, but they've looked like a different team up there.
Brian is calling from Bridgeport, Connecticut. What's up, Brian?
Hey, Brian.
Hey, guys. How are you? I don't know if you remember me. I was Brian from Bermuda a few months ago. Now, unfortunately, I'm Brian from Bridgeport.
Oh, but, yeah. Well, that's a tough sledding there. You got to get back to Bermuda there, Brian.
Yeah, maybe next year. I got a Yankee point, but before I do that, could I plug a local charity that I'm involved in? It's a very prominent one.
Yes, go ahead.
Thank you very much. I'm the executive officer of the Port 5 National Association of Naval Veterans up here in Bridgeport, Connecticut, and we are hosting our Tunnels to Towers 5K Run Walk event on October 18th. This is our second year doing it. It's a totally grassroots organization, and last year we raised over $85,000.
Nice.
This year I'm at $125,000, and it looks like I'm going to hit over 100, maybe close to 140.
Yeah.
It's a full 5K walk run. We have a full party afterwards. I got Sally's Pizza making pizza for 1,000 people. I got Jersey Mike's dropping off 1,000 sandwiches, free everything after the race.
Hey, Brian, do me a favor.
Yes,
do me a favor. I don't know if you tweet. I love that. First of all, amazing endeavor for a great cause. Have somebody, if you don't do it, send me a DM. It's open with a link and some stuff where people could jump in on that and help contribute. Maybe get you to 200,000. I'm going to help you out with that, but you got to send me a tweet, okay?
Okay, is that like the X thing, DC?
Yes.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, just find somebody who knows it. Yep.
I will.
Okay.
I will.
And I know Brian, a big fan of the show, also a big fan of Surfsides. He was drinking some Surfsides. Let me know about that.
Yeah. Bermuda, he better be. Jeez, come on, man.
Yeah, and Sal, I sent you the email. I was drinking Surfside on the bus. We did the John Basilone Day Parade down in Raritan, New Jersey a couple weeks ago. He was a Medal of Honor winner from Vietnam. From World War II. Our Port 5 color guard was down there marching. So
God bless you guys, man, and thank you for your service. All right, what do you got about your Yankees, Bri?
Well, I'm pumped up. I'm like you, Sal. I'm pumped up. And you guys are talking. I'm a huge Mattingly guy, just like BT. I was at game 2 when Mattingly hit that home run.
Yep, so was I.
Paid $20 for the ticket. It was $25 face value. I tell you how it was. We were so far up in the left field bleachers that we couldn't see Ruben Sierra in left field.
Ruben Sierra, yeah, there you go.
But it was great. I got great feeling for tonight. I think we take it tonight, then we go back to Toronto. It's the gritty Yankees that come all the way back from 6-1 down this time, just like they did against the Braves. And Jimmy Laric did pull Wallers. So I'm pumped up. I'm ready to go.
Good call.
Thank you, Brian. Good luck with the charity event there.
Send me something.
I appreciate it. I will. I'm going to get on that right now. Thank you very much.
You got it. We will help you out. There's no doubt.
He did email. I'll give you some of the info there.
You got something?
Yes. I'll give you
good. All right. So we want to help out with that. Question for you. Let's say, because there's no way Schlittler's doing what he did the other night. If he does, then he's just a different breed and he's more special than we think he could be. So I do think he pitches well, not quite like that. Let's say I want to give you a specific scenario, and I want you to tell me what you would do if it's Boone, because this is one thing that I think the Yanks will hit. I think Schlittler will be good. What's the bullpen move? Let's say 5th inning, 1 out, and the Yankees are up 2-1 or 3-2. They're up a run, fairly low-scoring game at that point. 1st and 2nd, and again, there's 1 out. Pitch count is high. He's grinding. You don't love the way he looks. He's a kid. you want to go. You have to go. You think you've got to go to the pen. Who are you calling?
Yeah, it's a great question. I still think probably Cruz in that spot.
In the 5th.
I mean, what are you supposed to do? They did that again last night. He was the first guy out in a trusted spot. Put it this way. You're not going to go to Williams or Bednar that early.
No.
I mean, I guess you can make the case that if you think it's a dire spot, you go to Williams there and just use him for the 2 innings there.
Oh.
And we saw Mendoza do that with Diaz in the final day of the year with the Mets, just trying to keep the score at bay.
We've seen that before.
I mean, that wouldn't be that outlandish. I would probably go, assuming it's a righty, like you said, if it's a lefty, Tim Hill, it's an easy call. If it's a righty, I'm probably going Cruz. I mean, there were really only 4 pitchers you want to see tonight.
And we know them all.
Yeah. Schlittler, Williams, Bednar, and possibly either Cruz or Hill, depending on the situation.
Warren cannot pitch tonight. Luis Hill cannot get out there tonight. I wouldn't even go Doval.
I'm not running the risk with Doval myself.
You know, I almost forgot about him. But again, he threw well. I'd rather see Doval more so than Warren or Hill or, at this point, though. And there's no way Luke Weaver could pitch tonight. Like, Aaron Boone...
He's not going to put him in. He knows
I'm
better.
just saying. I mean, but
not in that spot.
I don't think so, but probably not. No, I mean, you'd have a little more wiggle room. I don't even want to see that. I mean, it's 11:30. It's a 7 o'clock game. There's a good chance that Boone's in his car right now listening to the show because I know he listens to the station.
Maybe not during the season.
No, well, it depends on the result. Hey, if you lose tomorrow, don't listen, man. If you lose tonight, I mean, don't listen. No, but he's listening possibly. And Aaron, if you're hearing this, there's no way you can let Luke Weaver pitch tonight unless it's a rout.
I'm sure he's pulling over right now to jot this down and make sure he gets hold of that note.
Sal, if he's got to jot it down, then I'm disappointed that he doesn't already know that. There is no way that he trusts that. They can say what they want, and Weaver can say what he wanted in front of his locker stall, and he answered like a big boy the other night. Hey, I'm going through some stuff and this and that. He owned it. He wore it. He cannot pitch tonight, period.
Oh, BT and Sal, the fan. Mike is calling from New Haven, Connecticut. What's up, Mike?
BP, we win today. One game at a time, we win today.
Yeah.
Okay. Where were you watching the game last night? Were you at the stadium?
I was in my my living room with the entire family. Yep, all 4 of us.
I was wondering if you heard the ball ring off that telephone pole.
I didn't hear it. I thought I would hear a little reverberation and all the different camera angles, and I've been watching them all this morning. I did not catch the clank. I didn't hear one. I wanted to.
I know. I know. I wanted to, too. But listen, Yankees win today. They know what they need to do. This is going to be unbelievable tonight. I'm going to be inside that stadium. Killer Cam on the mound. And what I want you to do is when you guys go to break, you know that song Killer Cam by Cameron?
Yeah.
Have that song playing all day today when you guys go to break. And Sal, nobody needs to hear your Met things today, this, that, and the other thing. You sit back and you watch tonight because it's going to be unbelievable.
What Met thing have I been saying today, Mike?
Must-see TV.
Mike, what Met thing have I been saying today?
Well, you know how you are, Sal. You're like,
no, I don't.
If Soto was in the playoffs, it would have been better, this, that, the other.
I didn't say, Mike, I didn't say that.
Listen, you always got to comment, Sal.
Mike, it's my job to comment. I'm doing my job. What have I said that's been unfair to the Yankees?
BT.
Mike, you buy Mike. What have I said that's been unfair to the Yankees? See, it's guys like that I am going to get on my hands and knees tonight and pray to the sports gods that the Yankees get crushed. I want them out! Out! It is guys like that. I have been nothing but fair to the Yankees. And he's putting words in my mouth, saying things I'm not even talking about. I can't wait till the Yankees get eliminated. Maybe it doesn't happen. I don't think it's going to happen this series, but I will pray to the sports gods. Pray that. I don't care if the Mets never win another World Series, as long as the Yankees never win one. That's what I'm going to say to the prayers tonight to the sport. Pretty please, sports gods, get the Yankees out.
What about the good Yankee fans who aren't called up, pestering you? Come on, what about us?
Those fans I feel good for. Those fans I feel good for.
At the end of the day, that dynamics, that's just going to always be there. It was there in the 80s. See, it's funny. This plays out on social media now. This plays out on the air. And it's fun, it's interesting, whatever. But this is what we would do in the street, like in the 80s. And again,
well, the 80s there really wasn't much.
I was coming as the underdog. I'm coming Madden not underdog with the first base, but the underdog from a team perspective. Like this is nothing new to me. It died off for a long time because the Yankees got so amazing, and the Mets couldn't. Well, they got there, but they didn't win. And now it's different with Soto and Cohen, but. That's what I remember on the streets.
It was weird because growing up, I never hated the Yankees. In the 80s, it was just, and I didn't really know any better. There was no reference point. The Mets were the premier team in town. The Yankees were fine. They had some star players. Like I liked Mattingly, Winfield,
Ricky.
Henderson. Yeah, whatever. So it was never hate. And then in 90s, like I actually used to live in a world where I thought the Yankees would never win the World Series. That's just how it was for a long time until 1996. And then again in 98 and 99 and 2000, we know the history of the Yankees. So it was easier to hate them for having that success. But to me, like, you got to be fair. I think I've been nothing but fair to the Yankees. Matter of fact, I thought they were going to win the division this year. They didn't. I was surprised by that. I thought that they were going to wipe the floor with the Blue Jays this series. They haven't yet, and I think it's going to be that way the next 3 days. But don't call up and put words in my mouth. I didn't bring up the Mets. A caller brought that up before talking about the Mets. The Mets are dead. They're irrelevant. They're out of it. So don't be saying that, oh, so you said this and you always got something. That's disrespectful. I'm not going to tolerate that crap. And for you, our last caller, you, not everybody else, not the good Yankee fans, for you, I hope you feel pain tonight when the Yankees get beat.
What did I text you Sunday? Not the part that you don't have to say on the air, but about what you said on Sports Night. About, like, think about how...
Oh, right.
There was two things, not the other.
Well, I was saying on Sports Night that...
You thought the Yankees were going to wax them.
Yeah, and
absolutely destroy them.
And that's kind of what you saw last night. Now, also remember, a big reason why the Yankees haven't waxed them, their starting pitching and their offense. It's not like the Yankees have been kicking the ball over the place or their bullpen hasn't been good. Like, the Yankees' biggest areas of concern or weakness to me have not been a major problem so far throughout the entire postseason.
Game 1, Louis Seal, 2 2/3, 4 hits, 2 runs, 2 home runs. Game 2, Fried, 3 innings to 8 hits, 7 runs, 1 home run, and then Rodon with 2 1/3, 6 and 1.
That's honestly,
dude. Yeah, if you showed me these numbers before the start of the series, I would have thought today was the funeral.
Yeah.
There's no way the Yankees would still be alive after that.
But again, now flip it where the bats are hot and at home. The only question is going to be, can the Yankees go up there and beat the Blue Jays in what's going to be a hostile environment, potentially against a nasty pitcher who they didn't. No, but again, it's going to be the second time that they see him. They got that machine that they can work on to get a better feel for him. Like, I would feel much, and the Blue Jays going to be as tight as can be. All the pressure in the world back on them.
Yeah, so I don't. Yeah, it's funny. I believe that sometimes, and then sometimes I don't. And I've got to get a little more evidence tonight to see what Toronto team shows up. Like, if they lose Toronto and it's crisp and they don't look sloppy or overwhelmed or some egregious managing decisions, then I think that they'll be ready and maybe not quite so tight. But if we see a little bit of last night trickle into tonight, I mean, they might be walking into their own house in a body bag. Game 5.
That's exactly right. BT and Sal on the Fan. More your calls. We come back. 888-808-101. A little 3-hour queue as well.
All right, we'll have a little fun with that. All right, Sal. Hey, 4 distinct all-electric Cadillacs. Some driving for the performance, others for the range, and some driving because, let's face it, you pull up in a Cadillac, it's a good way to make an entrance. 3 different ways to turn every drive into an occasion. So whatever the reason, never been a better time to say, let's take the Cadillac.
Yeah, the all-electric Cadillac family of vehicles, the Escalade IQ, the Vistic, the Optic, and the Lyric. Visit your Tri-State Cadillac dealer today. The BT and Sal Show is presented by your Tri-State Cadillac dealers. Cadillac, the official luxury vehicle of the New York Giants.
It's Keith McPherson at night on the Fan, 101.9 FM.
All of this blood is on Shane and Dable. Not only did you move on from good players, those good players have gone elsewhere, they're winning, and we're losing. Maybe we could have figured it out with those guys, or maybe somebody else could have figured it out with those guys. It's tough.
Stream Keith McPherson live or on demand with the Odyssey app and podcast the show wherever you get your podcasts.
This is Maggie Gray with an Odyssey Sports Minute. With Joe Flacco now traded to the Bengals, the Browns are left with 2 rookies, Dylan Gabriel and Shedeur Sanders, on their quarterback depth chart. It's the clearest sign yet that Cleveland is shifting focus to the future, giving young talent a chance to develop as they eye next season. I'm Maggie Gray.
Texting enrolls you in a recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
The team's looking good this season.
I think so. Man, I miss playing football. Ever since I turned 40, I just can't find that fire I used to have.
Think it could be lower testosterone?
What do you mean?
I was feeling the same way. After 40, the body has less testosterone, and men lose their edge. That's why I take Nugenix Total T2.
That's the testosterone booster, right?
Yes, but Total T2 is their brand new formula that skyrockets nitric oxide levels in as little as 3 hours. Since I started taking it, I've been lifting like when we played for Coach Carter. My energy is way up, and it even spiced up things between me and the missus.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles?
Yep, just send a text.
Text METER to 42424 for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T2, the next generation testosterone booster. Text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our newest, most powerful fat burner ever, absolutely free. Text METER to 42424. That's METER to 42424.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Lunch was great. Greenwich Village is a fun spot.
Can we stop at a bathroom?
Are you all right?
I keep having stomach issues after eating, like diarrhea, gas and bloating, abdominal pain, and sometimes oily stools.
Sound familiar? Those stomach issues may actually be a pancreas issue called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. Creon pancrelipase may help manage EPI. Creon is a prescription medicine used to treat people who can't digest food normally because their pancreas doesn't make enough enzymes.
Creon may increase your chance of fibrosing colonopathy, a rare bowel disorder. Tell your doctor if you have a history of intestinal blockage or scarring or thickening of your bowel wall, if you are allergic to pork, or if you have gout, kidney problems, or worsening of painful swollen joints. Call your doctor if you have any unusual or severe gastrointestinal symptoms or allergic reactions. Take Creon as directed by your doctor and always with food. Do not chew capsules as this may cause mouth irritation. Other side effects may include blood sugar changes, gas, dizziness, sore throat, and cough. These are not all the side effects of Creon. Call 800-633-9110 or visit creoninfo.com to learn more. That's CREONinfo.com.
I'm asking my doctor about EPI and if Creon could help.
Wellness isn't just what you do. It's what you absorb, hydrate, and fuel with. At Terra Origin, we combine ancient Ayurvedic wisdom with modern science to support your whole body from the inside out. Gut health for balance, healthy hydration for performance, healthy greens for clean energy and recovery. Because when your body's in sync, everything else flows. Find your formula today at TerraOrigin.com and use code RADIO to save 25% off your first order. Terra Origin, rooted in tradition, built for now.
Think Verizon, the best 5G network, is expensive? Think again. Bring in your AT&T or T-Mobile bill to a Verizon store and we'll give you a better deal. Now, what to do with your unwanted bills? Maybe turn them into paper airplanes headed to See Ya Never AT&T and T-Mobile. Jokes aside, the best 5G network has you covered with the most ways to save on plans, streaming, and phone deals. So bring in your bill to your local Verizon store and we'll give you a better deal. Rankings based on Root Metric True Score report dated 1H 2025. Your results may vary. Must provide a postpaid consumer mobile bill dated within the past 45 days. Bill must be in the same name as the person giving you the deal. Additional terms apply.
You can always count on Sundays with the NFL on CBS and Paramount Plus. And this Sunday at 4:25 Eastern, it's a must-see battle between 4-1 teams as Baker and the Bucks host McCaffrey and the Niners. Visit ParamountPlus.com/NFL to get started today. And count on Sundays all season long.
This is the story of the one. As a custodial supervisor at a high school, he knows that during cold and flu season, germs spread fast. It's why he partners with Grainger to stay fully stocked on the products and supplies he needs, from tissues to disinfectants to floor scrubbers. All so that he can help students, staff, and teachers stay healthy and focused. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
More BT and Sal coming up on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, and TuneIn apps.
Prime Big Deal Days is here, so you can get a great deal on a new foot spa. Transforming you into the queen of kicking it.
Wait, this has bubble jets. Okay.
Get up to 40% off with Prime Big Deal Days now.
Let's go! You still got it, but your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Sponsored by Pfizer.
High temperature around 70, clearing late, low 55.
Weather brought to you by Robert Half. Our recruiters' expertise and award-winning AI will find you the skilled candidates you want. At Robert Half, we know talent. Visit roberthalf.com/talent today.
A good question. 3 random questions.
Let's find out.
With Brendan Tierney and Sal Licata.
1, 2, 3.
On the Fan.
All right, 3 random questions sponsored by the Rothenberg Law Firm. Injured? Visit injurylawyer.com. Here we go, BT. I'll try to tie it into last night's ball game with the Yankees. Okay, number 1, some of them will, some of them won't. Number 1, how long would it take you to eat a full bowl of popcorn in baseball terms, like innings-wise?
I eat like an absolute gavone. I eat way too fast. I eat like a slob. Now, if I'm in the middle of 50,000 people, I'm probably a little more conscious of it.
It could be at home as well.
Yeah. Oh, God, when I'm at home, it's I eat. We've talked about this a little bit. You know, you say how you eat. You want to get back in shape and all that stuff. I eat fairly well, and my motivations are always, like, I try to have a banana, a kale shake, and then obviously meals. But you know what gets me, like, late at night when I've been been good all day. Then I'm like, pretzels, potato chips here and there, a little candy if the kids have it. And when I do it bad. So I would say it would probably take me, maybe one full inning, top and bottom. Maybe 1.5, like 2. I eat popcorn fast at the movies, and I eat everything fast.
Yeah, so last night, I'm trying to eat healthy, like you said, had a good dinner, and I'm like, all right, well, I can't just sit here and watch this game without snacking on anything. And the healthiest snack was popcorn, like unbuttered, natural, whatever, skinny popcorn. Throw it in the microwave, 2.5 minutes. Here we go. Get ready, sit down, full bowl by myself, wife in the other room, and I'm just eating it, watching the first inning. And it's gone before the first inning is complete. Not the top half, but just in general, the first inning.
One of those bags that you take out of the microwave?
Full.
That's a pretty good sized bag.
Yeah,
1 inning. You know what, though? That's honestly not bad. That's about my rate, too.
But it's got to last a little bit. Like, if you have popcorn to the movies, you're not eating the entire thing of popcorn in the first 20 minutes of the movie.
No, but I just think that's how I am. I remember, my sister on Halloween, just a couple of years older, but she would, split up we'd come home, right, and you divvy up what you got. Oh, let's see what you got. Also, mom and dad Mom had to make sure there was no razor blades in the apples, God forbid. You remember those days. Yeah. And we would sit on the floor in our costumes, and she would divvy it up, so systematically, and I would just be devouring Tootsie Rolls and, Twix and stuff. So I've always eaten quick, and I don't have that patience.
All right, similar topic here. This is question number 2. Are you familiar with the 999 challenge?
No.
Okay, it is something that the Phillies were doing for their 2 home games. Probably won't see a game 5. So, Hoff, are you familiar with this?
Yes, I am.
Okay, 9 innings.
Yep.
To eat 9 hot dogs and drink 9 beers.
Okay.
How far do you think you could go with that one?
I think I could do the whole thing. I know I can drink 9 beers. I don't drink beer the way I used to.
Me neither. 9 beers.
There's no question I could bang back 9 beers if I wanted to.
A beer inning seems a bit ambitious at this point.
Maybe you give yourself, listen, you got to go to the bathroom. You make sure I know I could drink 9 beers. Now, I'm not driving. I'm not going anywhere in public after 9 beers very,
what
very
about
often.
the 9 hot dogs?
I think I could do it as well. I really do. I don't want to do this. I would never do this because it's horrible for you. But, I drink, I'd go back to college when I would drink mostly beer, Jaeger, some shots, Rumpelmans. But I was mostly a beer guy.
Right.
And then as I got older, it became a little scotch, a little wine, less from the beer. But I do notice that and you've been by my fire pit a few times, those beers when I do it, they go back fast. And I don't think that there's anything, with the exception of maybe pizza, that I can eat faster than hot dogs. I can devour hot dogs.
I'm not sure I can handle this. Hoff, you seem like you might be up for the challenge. Just a hunch.
I would do it. I could do it, but not hot dogs. I'm allergic to hot dogs. I'm not.
What do you mean allergic to hot dogs?
When I was 4, I had a really bad experience, and I had way too many, and I got sick, and I just haven't really eaten hot dogs the rest of my whole life. So
you haven't had a hot dog since you were 4?
I've had some when I've had to force myself to eat something.
Really force yourself. Oh no, please make me. Don't make me eat that hot dog.
I'll take only 2, not 3. If I had to, though, I feel like at this point in my life, I can only go about 6, 7 innings on this.
Yeah, I'm not sure I could. I definitely can't do it with the beer. And if you change it, and this is not the indoor Surfside again, but just reality is that's all I drink right now. I could get those down easy. So I would be able to handle 9 Surfsides.
9?
Oh yeah.
See, the Surfside's more alcohol than beer, right? Beer's about.
It's not the same.
Is it really?
But the beer would blow me. 9 beers over 9 innings.
I'm not drinking an IPA. You're drinking a Bud Light, a Coors Light, like that.
Sure, it's not a Belgian beer. No, I know what you're saying, but still.
2.5 hours, let's say 3 hours. You're gonna drink 9 beers and eat 9 hot dogs.
Well, not unless I have to. But,
I'm just saying the challenge. Rascona, you think you can handle that 999 challenge?
I can't handle the beer and the hot dogs. If you gave me 9 Kettle One and clubs, absolutely. And I could down the hot dogs and the Kettle One and club.
Okay, so it could be either the Kettle One and the hot dogs, or maybe the beer and something else, or probably not with the beer.
No, I can't drink beer I'm with you guys. I can't drink beer like that anymore.
What about 9 gummies? You could probably handle that at this point, right?
What's that?
9 gummies for you? You good with that?
9 gummies. I mean, forget it. I'll be knocked out for days. I don't know if I could do that.
I hear you.
I might need 9 gummies. I've never done one, but I might need them to get through.
I'll smoke before I eat those 9 hot dogs, though, and drink the 9 Kettle Ones, and I'll do that and devour maybe another 9 hot dogs after that.
All right, last one here. Who do you think slept more during the game yesterday? Was it Jazz Chisholm or John Smoltz?
Smoltz is starting to annoy me a little bit here. I try not to feed into that stuff. Well, the answer, I would still say Jazz to answer it directly. I mean, that image, if the Yankees would have lost, wow. I mean, that just looked awful, dude. But John Smoltz is now officially an annoyance to me. Number one, he doesn't shut up. All he does is talk. I know that's also his job to tell us what we're seeing, and I don't doubt his acumen. Man knows baseball as well as anybody in terms of talking it here. But I just really, and I didn't think this about McCarver and Buck. I think he really dislikes the Yankees, and I think it comes out in his commentary.
I don't hear that. I just can't take the monotone delivery. That's a nice pitch. This guy's got good stuff. And this is a playoff game at Yankee Stadium, and this is how he talks. Dude, it's the postseason. Wake up, Smoltzy! Wake up! You're doing a divisional round game at Yankee Stadium, a game where there's a bunch of runs being scored. That's a tough pitch on the corner there. Yeah, I could relate to that because I used to throw the baseball as well. There's zero energy.
The other guy's good. Joe Davis pretty good. I like Joe.
Even he is a little too sleepy for me on the broadcast. He does football as well.
I know he does.
I think he's good, but where is the... And I'm not saying everybody's got to be Gus or Kevin Harlan.
Gus.
You don't need to be yelling and screaming, but
Stephon Marbury up the front river.
I mean, like there's high energy, and maybe that could rub people the wrong way. I understand that.
Yep.
But like you can't... He talks like a librarian. He's a broadcaster. You are on the air. You're putting me to sleep. Not to mention the game is a dreadful baseball game being played sloppily. It's taken 4 hours here. Starts at 8 o'clock at night. Like everybody's half asleep as it is. Just end the damn thing. And Smoltz is droning on in a low, monotone way.
You know who I thought was awesome on baseball? And he was on some big Yankee calls back then. I thought Gary Thorne was great.
Yeah, again,
I loved his voice.
Nice temperament, good energy. He would get up for the big moment. He had that famous call on the Mattingly home run.
Hold on.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm not trying to pick on him as a bro. I think he's knowledgeable, clearly, and I loved him as a player. I'm not getting the Yankee hate thing, but that's different. I'm not a Yankee fan, so maybe I won't hear that the way the Yankee fans would hear that. But I do hear this. No energy. You're on the air. It's the playoffs. Wake up. BT and Sal on the Fan, 888-808-1019, the number to call. Let's get back to the calls here, BT. James is calling from Locust Valley. What's up, James?
Jimmy.
How are you guys?
Good.
Thanks for taking my call. I just have an opinion because you guys are going back and forth with the Mets-Yankees. I grew up rooting for both teams. My son is a Yankee fan now, and he roots for both teams. It's disappointing when, Soto goes to the Mets, and then everyone hates each other. They're not rivals. I took my son to a Red Sox game this summer in Fenway Park for the first time because I wanted to show him Fenway.
Yeah.
It was unfortunate. It was versus the Yankees, and the Red Sox won, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, man, these Red Sox fans are brutal. I took him now on October 1st to Yankee Stadium when the series tied 1-1 versus the Red Sox, and he goes, yeah, these Yankee fans are awesome. Because he gave the Red Sox fan back their stuff. But they're rivals. Mets and Yankees aren't rivals unless they're playing each other. Yeah, it's market share. Who cares? They got Soto. That's what I'm saying. And my second question, I just wanted to bring up Boone, but I want to hear what you have to say.
Go ahead. Well, we'll answer that after.
Hit the Boone thing. Go ahead.
All right. How does Boone run out of challenges? He takes pitchers out. He did it in Game 7 versus he's the worst with taking starting pitchers out. He took Garrett Cole at a Game 7 versus Tampa Bay. I called you guys. Last night, he runs out of challenges. I don't even know what inning it was because I was so frustrated.
Early.
It was probably like halfway through the game.
I think it was before
he got no challenges left. In an elimination game, you can't lose all your challenges. What is he doing? And I think the guy, I forget who it was that slid into second base because they get Grisham and the other guy confused. Well, I get Grisham and Wells confused. He might have been safe. That's a guy in scoring position, up 3, and you can't even challenge it. Now, I don't even know if he was safe or out. But you have to leave yourself an option.
And you're not wrong. I thought the first one, we hit this early in the show. If you guys missed it, Free Odyssey app, I'll give you the quick recap. I thought the Rice free play was dumb. Not to mention a horrendous play by Rice and Rodon a little slow to do his job and cover. I admit, I was confused about the intent versus just touching
on the
catcher's mitt.
Yeah.
And he was, you saw Boone's reaction. He was like, he actually said, what the F are you looking at? To me, it was so obvious, like, oh, that's guaranteed they're going to win that challenge. You'll get one more. So I guess I learned a little something last night. If the intent is not fully there, and that's even a little subjective in terms of deciphering. But no, to me, it looked like he was trying to hold up. I don't think he was trying to swing. So if that truly is the rule, I think they got it right. Clearly hit his glove, but I could see. Although, then again, Boone's supposed to know that. You can also make that point.
Well, it's also the people telling him. Like, he's not watching the replay. They're telling him that you get a challenge that or not. Now, he can say, I'm not challenging it because it's not the big enough spot here, especially after missing the one on the Jimenez when he got hit on his hand. When you miss that, all right, you got to sit back a little bit. You can't be burning both challenges early on as right as you think it may be. And it wasn't, to me, egregious enough to know definitively. Like, you could leave that open to interpretation where, maybe it nicked the glove, maybe it didn't. Also, was it the intent? And if they didn't know that, then that's on them. Either way, those to me warrant spots worthy of burning both your challenges in a postseason game in the fifth inning, whatever it was, third inning.
Would have been a bad look if we're sitting here going over the loss there. Would have been on the checkpoint and the checklist here. I still don't know if and we didn't get a lot of replays at the end of the inning. I still don't know, not that it matters, if Wells was safe. I really don't know if he was safe round.
Yeah, me neither. We didn't get.
What do you think, though?
I think he was out.
Hoff, you thought he was safe, right? Wells sliding into second. He said yes earlier.
Yeah, first look, I thought
he was out.
First look, I thought he was safe. They showed the replay. I thought he was out.
Yeah, that was either way. It didn't come back to burn him, but let's hopefully they have a couple of replays in their pocket tonight.
And just real quick, guys, for the fan thing, because we told you we addressed that. That's what happens. I mean, that's what part of being a fan is, and going into visiting fan bases. You're a Red Sox fan going to Yankee Stadium, or you're a Yankee fan going to Red Sox, to Fenway Park, or with the Mets and Yankees, and the trash talk with the Mets and Yankees has gotten heightened because Steve Cohen has taken over ownership, and obviously they got Juan Soto from the Yankees. That has brought it to another level where the Mets at least now are in the same ballpark, meaning spending-wise with the New York Yankees, where it has been dominated by the Yankees for so many years.
I don't think you'll ever see the Jet Giant, situation get to this level. Certainly Knicks Nets will not get to this level. And this is not a diss, obviously. If there were a lot more Islander fans, just in terms of sheer volume, I know that they're fervent, they're awesome. Same with the Devils, great fans, smaller fan bases. If they had a fan base size-wise comparable to the Rangers, that would be the closest thing to Yankees-Mets. But there's no doubt. I mean, with the Cohen stuff, with the Soto stuff, it was fairly dormant for a while. It's juiced up, and that's fun.
BT and Sal on the Fan will reset down with the king topic of the day. Of course, it is the Yankees' huge win in Game 3 last night. Can they keep it going tonight in Game 4?
Dropped right down the chimney by Justin Fields to Garrett Wilson, and the Jets have the lead. Be at MetLife Stadium for the Jets and the Panthers on Sunday, October 19th at 1 p.m., presented by JetBlue. Get to the game early and secure the game giveaway, a JetBlue Jets plane magnet while supplies last. Lock in your seats now at nyjets.com/tickets. Once again, that's nyjets.com/tickets.
Everybody knows Town Fair Tire is New England's largest name brand discount tire dealer, beating all the local competitors with our guaranteed lowest prices. And now, with over 120 stores throughout New England, we beat all the competition, including the warehouse clubs, the online sites, and the local dealers. Yes, we beat them all with the absolute guaranteed lowest price on name brand tires. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
Morning, Zoe. Got donuts.
Jeff Bridges, why are you still living above our garage?
Well, I dig the mattress, and I want to be in a T-Mobile commercial like you. Teach me, Saldana.
Oh, no, I'm not really prepared. I couldn't possibly. At T-Mobile, get the new iPhone 17 Pro on them. It's designed to be the most powerful iPhone yet and has the ultimate pro camera system.
Wow, impressive. Let me try. T-Mobile is the best place to get iPhone 17 Pro because they've got the best network.
Nice, Jeffrey.
You heard them. T-Mobile is the best place to get the new iPhone 17 Pro on us with eligible trade-in in any condition.
So, what are we having for lunch?
Dude, my work here is done.
24 monthly bill credits on experience beyond for well-qualified customers plus tax and $35 device connection charge. Credits ended, balance due if you pay off earlier. Cancel. Finance agreement iPhone 17 Pro, 256 gigs, $1,099.99 and new line minimum $100 plus a month plan with auto pay plus taxes and fees required. Best mobile network in the U.S. based on analysis by Ookla Speed Test Intelligence data 1H2025. Visit T-Mobile.com.
Wake up with Boomer and Gio. Mornings 6 to 10 on WFAN, WFAN FM, WFAN FM HD1, New York, and Odyssey Sports Station.
WFAN Sports Flash.
Good afternoon at 12:01. I'm Andrew Bogish. Your Sports Flash is sponsored by Ray Katina. Experience the power of 3. Visit bensfam.com. So what can Cam Schlittler and Aaron Judge do for an encore? The young righty once again asked to save the Yankee season, back on the mound tonight after last week's gem against the Red Sox. Almost no pitcher has been safe in this series. It's the first one in postseason history where somebody has scored 9+ runs in each of the first 3 games. Game 4, the Blue Jays starting at 7:08, so pregame at 6:25 here in the Fan Plus. Tiki and Evan at the stadium once again today. As you know by now, it's a bullpen game for Toronto. Louis Varland is first, which means he'll see Judge after serving up last night's 3-run blast. Giants wideout Darius Slayton not expected to play tomorrow night against the Eagles because of his hamstring pull. And Aaron Glenn says Alan Lazard will not play Sunday morning in London against the Broncos for personal reasons. Corner Michael Carter II likely to miss another game as well with his concussion. Fan Weather is sponsored by the FanDuel Sportsbook at the Meadowlands Racetrack. Get all your parlays, moneyline, and prop wagers made on all the sports action at the Meadowlands Racetrack's FanDuel Sportsbook, the #1 sportsbook in North America. 21 plus to wager and present in New Jersey. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. It's 61 degrees and cloudy in Central Park, and that's what's happening. Sports flashes, top of every hour. I'm Andrew Bogish.
He's one of those kids that only laughs at real anger. I don't know if you've ever met one of those peaches, but see, most 2- and 3-year-olds, they laugh at manufactured anger. You can go up to a kid that age and just go, rawr, and they're like, and this kid's like, I want to see your blood pressure spike, man.
From his multiple Netflix specials, comedian Tom Segura brings his new tour, Come Together. The Flag Star at Westbury Music Fair, Saturday, October 18th. First show sold out. 8:30 p.m. show on sale now. Get tickets at livenation.com.
For over 100 years, Sloman's has been your trusted partner in comfort. When it comes to home heating oil, they deliver more than just quality fuel. They deliver peace of mind. With price protection, automatic deliveries, and 24/7 service, their dedicated team is just a call away, ensuring you stay warm and comfortable all winter long. Sloman's, the Tri-State's largest heating oil provider, proudly serving their community for generations. Give them a call today at 866-GET-HEAT or visit oil.slomans.com. Hey, FanDuel is getting you ready for kickoff with an offer you won't want to miss. New customers can bet just $5 and get $300 in bonus bets if you win. That's right. Pick a bet. Bet $5, and if it wins, you'll unlock $300 in bonus bets to use all across the app. You could build parlays, bet player props, ride the live lines, whatever your style, FanDuel has you covered. The NFL season is finally here, and the only question is, are you ready to play? Visit FanDuel.com/Boomer to download the FanDuel app today and get started. That's FanDuel.com/Boomer. Now, we all love the app around here. It is safe, secure, and when you win, you get paid instantly. FanDuel Sportsbook is the official partner of WFAN.
21 and over and physically present in New York. First online real money wager only. $5 first deposit required. Bonus issues, non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with the gambling problem, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
Fun is in the driver's seat at Nielsen Dodge. Get a great deal on the new Jeep, Chrysler, Dodge, or Ram you really want with 0 down payment available, plus the credit help you need. Shop online at nielsendodge.com. Drive into fall event. Are you fans? It's football season, so make sure you catch all of the Scarlet Knights gridiron action this season on WFAN. Scarlet Knights football is presented by RWJ Barnabas Health, the official healthcare provider of Rutgers Athletics. Let's be healthy together. Listen to You Better You Bet with Nick Costa Sunday morning at 8 right here on The Fan. Nick will preview all the football action and get you ready for kickoff, presented by BetMGM. Make it legendary. Please gamble responsibly. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Talk New York sports on WFAN. 888-808-1019. Powered by Paramount Plus. Count on Sundays all season long with the NFL on CBS at Paramount.
Back on The Fan on this now Wednesday afternoon. We've discussed the first 2 hours. Yankees' big win last night. Aaron Judge, another huge moment for him as he is dominating this postseason so far. That's what we're looking for, and obviously it can't stop there, BT. It's got to keep going because the Yankees still facing elimination tonight. Now it will be a bullpen game for Toronto, and we're going to get our second look at Cam Schlittler in the postseason, so it's going to be exciting to see what he could do off of that great performance. But the Yanks staying alive, a huge Game 4 tonight in the Bronx.
Just a wild night, and hopefully tonight is the same, and Toronto's starting to look a little jumpy here. And it's funny because you and I talked about it a little bit yesterday, not really knowing the answer because we couldn't know. We could only try to diagnose what it might mean. Even though the Yankees got stomped on Sunday, those late runs they scored against lower leverage arms with Toronto, did it serve them well last night? Again, I can't prove that, but I'm sure they had a little more juice and a little more confidence entering the batter's box. And if that's the case, well, then you would think they would have even more tonight against lesser pitchers. Now, Bieber's a guy, as you know, and people who really follow baseball know, he's been out for a long time, but there was a point where Shane Bieber was an absolute beast. He was a dog. I mean, Cy Young's, All-Stars, a Gold Glove, whatever. He's got really nice resumes, we know. But I thought the Yankees, after some empty at-bats early, locked in, and they look good. So is it fully transferable tonight? I don't know, but the Yankees have to be feeling the best about themselves in terms of how they felt really the last 4 or 5 days.
When the Yankees were at their best for years, it would be taking advantage of other teams' mistakes. And in recent years, it was the Yankees themselves who would be making the mistakes and other teams taking advantage of it. Last night, it happened in the Red Sox series as well. We saw it, which was an encouraging thing that the Yankees could win a series by taking advantage of other teams' mistakes and not hitting home runs and overwhelming a team with their power. Last night, it was the same thing against a team that everybody was saying doesn't do this. Well, if they didn't do it, that's fine. They did do it last night, and the Yankees didn't let them get away with it at all. Immediately, the IKF error, the drop pop-up at third base, boom, the Yankees made them pay, and it was Toronto who was helping the Yankees along. I don't want to say just beating themselves because the Yankees obviously earned that win last night with their bats, but taking advantage of the other team's mistakes and not beating themselves with the Yankees. And now this game to me, I needed to see the Blue Jays prove it that they could beat the Yankees. This was coming into the series. And the first two games, while it was dominant as you could have from a Blue Jays perspective, lopsided series in the first two games, I still wasn't buying it until I saw them do it against the Yankees in that environment. And when you're up 6-1 and you can't put your foot on the throat of the Yankees and put them away, to me, that is a bad, bad sign for the Blue Jays. And obviously tonight clearly favors the Yanks. Bullpen versus Schlittler, who's been the Yankees' best pitcher in the postseason, and the red hot bats. I don't think there's any way the Yankees are losing this series now.
I mean, listen, the one thing that this Yankee team doesn't have is the benefit of the doubt. Previous Yankee championship teams where, they were in the foxhole together and they proved worthy of the belief by coming back from deficits, whether it's in a game late or in a series. So, I think the Yankees will respond well tonight because I think the Yankees, I told Sal yesterday, I think this is the best team top to bottom since 2009. Doesn't mean they're going to win, but all these other teams, they was fun with the baby Bombers for a minute, but every other team's been very, very flawed. Even last year's team, despite, Soto and Judge just being two superheroes together. So what I would like to see tonight, and they haven't had a chance to do it in this series, but it became a part of their game from the middle of the season forward. They haven't done it yet because they fell behind early so big both games. You're not going to run into outs, obviously. But if it's a tight game or if the Yankees could get up a run or two early, I like to see the Yankees start running wild on the bases. Now, it's got to be the right guys. You've got, I don't know if Caballero's going to start, probably won't. If Volpe's on base, then he would obviously steal. But I got just a little swerve here. I don't know I don't know. I don't know that I've ever seen a hitter look as bad as Volpe looks right now. Now, he's not bringing that into the field, which is good. And I could not believe it, and I've seen it, but when I heard it last night, at one point it was 9 for 13, then 10 for 14, then 11. Anthony Volpe, listen to this, has struck out 11 of the last 15 times he's gotten in the batter's box. The bat's flying out of his hands into the dugout.
Check swing.
It's such a... I don't know if he's still injured, and that's not an excuse. If you're playing, then I got to believe that you're full, healthy enough to do it. But it's almost like an inability to fully physically commit because his shoulder's hurting, or he's trying to change his swing, or he's just a mental mess, or a little bit of everything. I mean, do you consider sitting Volpe down tonight for Caballero?
I haven't thought about that because of the defense.
Terrible.
The defense has been fine. I don't think that's a major issue. If he starts throwing balls in the dirt again or booting balls, then maybe I'm not messing with it right now. Yankees have had success here in the postseason. They already won a series. They're coming right now. No blood. I mean, the Blue Jays won the first two home games. Yankees won their home game, and I fully expect them to win tonight. So no, I would not consider that. I would not consider a lineup change. I thought Boone had the right lineup out there last night. I bet on them literally because I thought he did the right thing as opposed to being a slave to the reverts, splits, numbers. I know Ben Rice hasn't looked good, but he'll be fine, especially tonight against the bullpen. Like I would bet Ben Rice. I don't usually do this. I would bet Ben Rice hit a home run tonight.
Did you bet the series? So I talked about that.
No,
or
I didn't do that. I went last night. I did a bunch of like overs and Yankee total, and then I had like Grisham to get a hit with the Yankees to win. Yankee over.
And Grisham.
Yeah,
good thing there wasn't the catcher's interference. He got a double.
Yeah,
after
I know. I did say I needed that. So yeah, but either way, like that's the way that I would play because I thought last time was going to be a high scoring game. The over 8 was a layup for the total in that game. Anyway, point is, I would not mess with the lineup. I think the Yankees are rolling right now. I think this has got to be a game where you get 6+ out of your starter, hand it over to the better guys in the bullpen, let the bats go to work, 5-6 runs, whatever it is, and keep the loser Blue Jays at bay here because the Blue Jays, until proven otherwise, are in fact losers. Now, they could get right in Game 5, assuming there is one, see if the Blue Jays could get home cooking. I don't see it, BT. I think that they're... You know how... The feel, like the actual series is Blue Jays have a lead 2-1 over the Yankees. The feel for me is that the Yankees are in front and that they lead. And that shouldn't be the case.
But the reality is they're not.
I know. Okay.
I mean, you get one bad start, you get one crooked number early, it's not going to feel that way.